we're here. Do I say the same thing every time when we start the stream? Something along those lines. But repetition is my thing. Clapping for the start of the stream. There's a ton of people in chat already. This is part 4015 of the Voron Trident build. Hopefully you've all seen the previous ones, because this one's not going to make any sense if you haven't. We do have... Hold on. This one's probably good enough. We do have our sidekick from the laundry room.
Hello.
Hopefully audio works for you, yes?
Is it working? How am I doing?
It's working. It looks
All
good.
right.
Oh, Derek is here, and everybody's telling me that Magnus is here. I haven't seen Magnus in for ages. MMPP, that's Magnus. He's like probably my original subscriber. Derek has an orange basement icon, and I believe that is the current oldest one. I think like top level is, I don't remember, gold, and it has a band around it or whatever. But orange is very, very dear to me. So good to see that there's some people hanging on, and we're actually getting to orange level. Andrew's got orange as well, and he just gave us $10, which is awesome. Hopefully Streamlabs is working and it will read that, because reasons.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yes, thank you for that. Haven't seen the others. Well, you didn't miss much. So the Trident build has just pretty much beat me down over and over. A lot of it, I'm not going to make excuses because it was my fault. But a lot of it was because of the differences in the LDO kit, the parts that they used, and if you were to self-source, there's different sets of printed parts, as well as they use a little bit different tool head. They use the clockwork too, and I don't remember what they call it. We'll see it in the guide here in a moment. But also, I have been, if you hear crackling, I have been having problems with this microphone. I just figured out it's like 6 years old now. So if it starts crackling, we'll have to figure something out. What is going on? Derek has gifted 4,000 memberships. 10 memberships. Thank you very much, Derek. That's much appreciated. People are grabbing those up. That's awesome. All right.
Because reasons.
So finally it caught up. Because reasons. And so maybe that's something you can post if you're a member. 6 months, lots of 3D printing, modeling, building. That's awesome. Bragging right. I love the... I need to put in like a different tier just so it says something. Like not for a different money of value, but so you can like pick if you want a different slogan or whatever. I've used like the handful that I thought were funny on everything already. So Basement Dwellers doesn't have the impact it once did. All right, so let's get into this thing. How are you doing?
Great. Great.
Doing well. I haven't seen you yet today. I live down here. You live up there. So
Everything's fine upstairs.
things are going well.
Cold this morning.
It's very cold. It's not so bad down here. I did reward myself by cracking the vent open. So it is a little warmer down here today than it usually would be. What are we, in the 30s for temperature right now?
I see 34
Awesome.
on my phone. That's Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that made me move into the basement. Absolutely, that's where it's safest. You don't get yelled at when bad things happen, when you bring home a transmission and put it on the table. 32 in St. Joe.
Cold.
So, building the Trident. So where were we? Live from New York. I like that. 3D has subscribed. Thank you very much. The chat is limited to, as you all know, because you're in the chat. You can watch the chat, but you can't type unless you're a subscriber and you've been one for 5 minutes. So if you're subscribing, you'll be ready to chat within a couple of minutes here. All right. Last time on Chris's Basement, I wish we had some sort of clip where, like, there was a car with Chris's Basement written on it that was getting ready to go over a cliff for, you know, like cliffhanger kind of thing. That'd be pretty cool. The Trident manual from Voron, the assembly manual. We started on page 162. So, for those of you following along at home, and that is the traditional afterburner hot-end setup build. But the LDO kit has Clockwork 2 with the stealth burner on it. That's the parts they give you. They've got the PCB board, all that good stuff. And I didn't have all the parts for that at that time. Now, in an effort to make things go a little faster, I did print out some of those parts. And I had most of the, like, the extruder portion, the hot end portion, all of that was together last stream. All I did was print out the front cover and then put those two things together and put them on the carriage. That's pretty much all I did. I did put this plate down here, but it's actually only a couple of 3D printed parts. So we're going to start there at a look of where we're at. And then we can skip a bunch of pages and continue on. The rest from here is mostly just like mounting the electronic portions and things like that. Derek has a really long message. I wonder if Streamlabs can actually read that. He's coming in with $10. Thank you very much. Let's see.
I got a MK4 upgrade kit. Did not see the black PETG. Printed everything in orange. I hate it, but I know you'd love it. Gonna email the pics once it is done. Irk.
You hate it because everything is in orange. Okay, all right. Yeah, send it. Like, orange juice is way too orange. I should probably add a few black pieces in there, but, you know, go big or go home. That's what she always says. So, let's kick it to... let me get this set up before I make you sick. And let's just take a look at what we've currently got before we move on, because it has been well over a month since we've done a stream. I was looking at the dates the other day. We were a week out from Earth, I believe, when we did this the last stream. I don't know if you recall that.
Yeah, about a week before we left.
And that's been the last one. There's a wire in there that's probably getting pinched, I just noticed. Let me flip to this. So basically what we had is and I think I put this in auto again, but I've added new stickers to the wall since we've been to Earth, and now it likes to focus on a lot of them. So basically where we were is last stream I had the hot end put in to the fan shroud here, and there's just no way you're going to be able to see this well. It's just exactly the wrong height. This is really hard on your eyes when you're watching someone do this. I hate it when people do this on YouTube. It's still not going to get you what you need. But anyway, there is a hot end shroud here with part fan on it. We got that done. Might be able to see it back there. And then the top carriage here, we got the watch style motor, all that, the gears and everything put together. All we were missing was the shroud part, and it has a fan in it that you actually take the fan apart to use as part cooling, and then the hot end fan, and then you can put it all together. So that's where we're at. I haven't even put any of the wires on the PCB or anything like that. Then the other piece, the only other piece that I did, there were a few things that I had to straighten out, you know, just minor things that I reworked or whatever. But it's this plate here. Oh, I did put these on. It's been a while. There are printed parts for this. That's all that holds this plate in are these. You stick them in there and you spin them. I was missing a couple of those. So I printed those out. And then we've got our hangers here for the Pi, the board, the power supply, all that good stuff. I probably need to space these out just a little bit better. That's probably where we're going to start today. But now you're all caught up. I did not do much since the last stream. So we've still got a lot of work ahead of us. It won't be done today, I can tell you that.
Wonder if Steve's gonna come on today. See, I think he does his own streams on Saturdays.
I believe he is doing some sort of stream today around noon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then he might come on for a minute.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
Thank you. Yes, that's the Sanjay hexagon. It's one of my favorite things. All right.
Steve is at AT&T 1P. ATT. Oh, Steve is at 1P. What's 1P?
I don't know.
I don't either. Oh, he's on at 1 p.m.
Oh.
That's it. Sorry.
Eastern.
Yes.
Steve
yes,
is
1 p.m. Eastern.
Steve-
Got it. Thank you, Steve.
Steve is a
Steven,
specific.
excuse me. The other Steven.
Yeah, he's a specific time zone person.
Aha.
So again, LDO. This is a Voron Revo hot end. LDO has their own guide for that, so be on the lookout for that. And then, so with that all built, we're going to speed down through the pages, like this is movie magic, you know, like on the cooking shows when they just take the perfect one out of the oven. That's exactly what we're doing right here. And for those of you that, let's go ahead and share this, because I think this is actually pretty unique. I mean, a lot of designs do it. I don't want to give a whole lot of credit to anything just in case somebody did it before. Where's the screen? There it is. Oh, wait, no. Automatic. Primary monitor, that's what I want. Go. There we go. So when you're building one of these things, and this, again, this is the regular Trident tool head, the original one. You actually take these fan pieces apart. So this is just a 50-15 radial fan that you pop the cover off of, and you stick it in that printed part as your part fan. I always thought that was kind of a cool add-on to do, and then you put your own shroud. Now ours is, you know, that one-piece shroud from the other toolkit design, but I always thought that was kind of neat. So if you've never built a Voron or seen that done, that's how they do it. And I think it's a pretty cool way of getting things done. But anyway, just share that with you. So that part's done. So still scrolling. So then they do some anchors for your cable chains down on the bottom. All of that we did previously. Then they want you to put your bottom panel on. I just showed you that. It is on. Basically, I was going through this so I knew what I knew if I needed to print any 3D printed parts, if I needed to move them around. So these guys, let's go to this other view. Not that one, that one. So in the LDO kit, these have a very specific way they're supposed to be spaced. And I believe it's because they use that octopus board and it takes up a lot of real estate. So that's the first thing I wanted to do today, was make sure we get the spacing on these correct so that all of our parts are going to fit first time. And I did see a diagram of that. There's spacing inside the Trident manual, but the LDO also gives you a suggestion for this in their breakout manual. Different layouts. They have a different he even marks it out on the extrusion. So you have a center line. So let's kind of try to get a center line. Now, okay, now we're ready to actually do some stuff. So there's a center line on these, I'm guessing, because of that vertical. Oh no, that's just the back one.
Somebody asked about the orange Prusa.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see, where was it? You were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Go for it. Jump in there.
Oh no, I can. Oh yeah. Here we go. The bear Prusa in the background. Did you notice much difference in prints after doing the upgrade?
No. And there was a lot of back and forth when I built that. So basically, I just wanted, most of the time when you build a bear kit, build a bear, like the workshop at the mall. Most of the time when you build one of those, you are cannibalizing Prusa Mark III kit to use all the parts. And I just didn't have it in me to do that. So I self-sourced everything. And after I sourced everything, basically all I wanted was the really cool frame for a Prusa Mark III. And that's all it is. It's just a swapped out frame. Did I notice much from the frame being different? No, not really. I mean, if you wanted to tune it in and start going faster, the frame would probably help you out. But just stock, running everything like Prusa does, you really don't notice. But that being said, with the actual bear upgrade, what we call the Prusa bear, there's a lot of other upgraded items that I did not do, like the bear Struder and all these other things that go with that whole ecosystem that would probably significantly improve the Mark III's print quality. So mine, it's just a really hefty Mark III. But you definitely don't have to stop there with the bear kit if you build one like that. All these pesky tape measures with the standard measurements on them.
John O'Shaughnessy says that back in MK2 days, using an extrusion frame really allowed you to print faster at higher quality. By the time Prusa MK3 came out, less of a win with the bear caribou frame.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is too, is by the time a lot of us got wind, like it being more mainstream, seeing bear kits come out, Mark III had already been out. But the bear was really originally designed for the 2, where the Mark II was still using threaded rods and, you had to line it up just so. Well, Prusa, that was still in their ecosystem, but the bear frame made it out before their frame did. So yeah, exactly. We were a little behind the curve making Mark IIIs. It was much more of an improvement for the 2. 35. This doesn't have to be exact, but we're here. Why not? 50, 150, 85. Let's call it right there. All right. So basically, LDO wants you to put the edges of the printed holder 45 millimeters away from center line. And again, it's not super crucial, but they're going based on diameters because of that octopus board, I'm guessing, because it is fairly large. What do we got? 4s on this? 5s.
I turned off my Twix notifications, and Mike sent me a message. We always say hi to each other before the stream.
High five.
And I left him hanging.
Go Team Basement.
But now I'm watching, so
Yes.
many forms of communication in front of me. Mike's feelings are hurt.
Mine would be too. After we had Chinese food together and everything, and then
I
you
know
just, you
I
don't
thought
high
we
five
really
him.
had something.
What's the matter with you?
I'm a jerk.
Women. Leave a guy hanging.
Good morning, MJ. Hello.
Good times were had by all at Earth this year.
Yeah. Good morning, Maker Viking. Maker Viking, by the way. Hello. I didn't say hi to you. I saw you there. Maple Leaf Makers. Hello. Let's see. Sean O'Shaughnessy. Hello. Everybody, we shared meals and great conversations. Yes, we did. Keep our, yeah. I don't see Andrew here this morning. I see another Andrew. I don't see Andy, our buddy here.
Oh, he'll be around, I'm sure. Hopefully
Yeah.
he's doing well.
Brian Birmingham. Sniff, sniff. Hello.
Alrighty.
Yeah. It was great meeting both of you. It was nice meeting you from I don't know, were you there on Saturday live from New York? Or for Sunday even. Yeah.
I always have an easier time remembering who the folks are when they tell me the project they're working on.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm the guy working on it. Like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm the one that makes 3D printed violins. Ah.
Yeah, that, I know. All right.
Andrew and I were talking about cooler weather. He says he's ready for. It's 70 in Atlanta. He's ready for cooler weather. I was telling him it's a little cold. I mean, it's the first cold snap of the year. It's not out of the scope for us. 35 degrees, but not consistently. So now we're gonna get 35, 65, 20, 80. You know, it's gonna be all crazy around here for a little bit. We have a few 70-degree days left in us, and then we'll start to settle in. For the most part, though, around 60, I'd say, for the most part, most of the time. I mean, cold at night, but during the day, highs around 60. It's still pretty nice around here.
It's okay, I guess.
Yeah. Ping pong season.
Ping pong season. What?
I was never any good at ping pong.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
We got almost no content while we were at Earth. I mean, we got some. We stole most of Mike's content. That was helpful. But
That's true.
Not near as
Yeah.
much as I usually would like to have.
Mike was a gem through the whole thing. So great.
Go Team Basement.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew. I'm reading it, and for some reason, I'm in a very literal mood, I think, and I wasn't picking up. Andrew says because the temps keep ping-ponging, you know, and I'm like, all right, I'm not getting jokes today. I apologize. It's hard.
I'm getting it secondhand. So.
It's me. It's me, Andrew. It's not you. I'm having a hard time reading and interpreting. I'm taking everything very literal today. I think it's because it's cold. So, yeah, whatevs.
What are we gonna do?
Gotcha, Andrew. I'm on it now. It is ping pong season. You're absolutely right.
It's getting extremely sick from violent weather change season. But that's too many words.
I need that bougie coffee this morning. I made
Bougie
myself a
coffee.
bougie coffee this morning. I put hot chocolate in there and then poured coffee on top of it. It's pretty good. Maybe, though, it's having the opposite effect of what coffee should do. Instead of making me sharper, it's kind of dulling me.
What? Oh yeah.
Are you getting a cocoa press, honey?
I'm not currently.
We're not signed up for one.
Yeah. Not at the moment. Cocoa Press, I mean, it's really cool. I would like to do, like, it's one of those people that have kids know how I do things. But it's one of those things that I would have a great time doing. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna print chocolate and everything. But when it came time to cleaning things up, I would like somebody else to do that. Because
You do.
I could, well, I wasn't gonna name any names, but it's just like I've never used one. It's kind of like SLA printing for me. It's really cool, but the process just seems there's too much cleanup, too much all of that, and for the little amount that I would probably print chocolate, the first time would be so much fun. Like if we did it together on a stream or something, but I think I would not look forward to the cleanup every time I had to go through it.
He said the food contact bits are dishwasher safe, so that is true. And honestly, chocolate, it is messy in the moment, but once it hardens and then you get it under hot water, it's really not so bad to clean up. But you need the space and the capacity to do it. You know what I mean? Like you need sink space and
having no frame of reference, working with something like that, maybe it's much easier than I think it would be. Just in my mind, it's a difficult task.
It is, and I've cleaned up a few chocolate fountains from the restaurant business. It's not, you need the space and you need a large area for chocolate. It's just, and that's on a much grander scale than a 3D printer, but it's, you need the tools. That's pretty much it. Maurice, welcome to Bragging Rights. Thank you. We talked about that, Sean, or John, excuse me. Keep looking at your last name, John O'Shaughnessy. You could, it says you could build it over a few streams and then try to sell it to a nearby coffee shop or something. We have a chocolate shop here, like right by our house. It's on the square, and they do they make candy, like dipped fruit and dipped chocolates, and it's called Classy Chocolates. And we talked about doing something like that.
Yeah, I think if you took that in there and showed that to them, it would blow their minds.
I think so too. Then I'd have to support it.
Well, that's the other thing. You could sell it to them, and then it'd be like selling them a gremlin. You sell it to them, then you disappear.
Yeah, just fade into the background.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a huge hit. You could. It's one of those tricks you can do once. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody's gonna have one of those to compete soon.
Yeah.
Now this thingy, the technical term, has some brackets that goes on it, but they look to be very small. So which bracket might that be? LDO uses a lot of PCBs, and it makes life a lot easier, but you have to find the right bracket for it. But plenty of work to do.
Dune 591, thank you. Welcome to Bragging Rights.
These are interesting. They give you these. So this type of rail, if you've never worked with one, it's like a standard electrical offering, basically. So there's different items and types of plugs that fit on these. I don't even, what are they, like 3-DIN or something like that, rails? I don't remember what they call them. But different things fit on these, including these terminal strips. So to make a lot of the connections, rather than give you something like a Wago or something like that, LDO has included these, and they fit directly on the strip. So we have to put some of these together to use them. But a clever idea, a little more hardy industrial style than you would usually see. But probably much more affordable if you had an ability to get them.
DIN rails is correct, somebody said.
DIN rails, yeah.
Mike said that he wanted to talk to Ellie about more diabetic friendlier chocolate. Is there such a thing?
I think so.
Not wise for me to have a machine that prints sugar-based stuff. Probably not, Mike. Gotta be careful.
Especially, with no adults in the room.
That's true. You don't have anybody looking out for you.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a million years, like, since we went to Earth. What, it's
Seems
been a
like
month,
it's been
right?
4 weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's been 4 weeks.
I have been spending most of my free time rebuilding our deck. I think I bitched about that last time we were on the stream, but the project is well underway, and I spent 2 weeks. Basically, like, tear off took 3 days, and one of the posts was pretty much completely hollow all the way into the ground.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that ended a long day 3 by repouring concrete for that post.
Well, I'm digging it out of there.
Well, you did all that, so
Well, not all of it.
I wasn't going to mention that. It was very hard for me to watch you do that.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, I'm glad we got the ants really got to that post. I was really surprised. I mean, and it was hollow all the way through, past the bolts and past. It was crazy.
I've lived here since 1999, and we've had all kinds of decks and outside structures and what over the years. In that time, I have never seen ants do that to anything around here. I mean, it was like 5 joists and 1 post. They had a direct line to something that they really liked, and that all the tops of the joists were gone, and that 1 post. I've never seen them do that before.
Yeah.
So,
Sergio's here. Hi, Sergio.
hey, Sergio.
I was super bummed we didn't get to talk more at Earth, Sergio.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was there
You were
very
there
well.
with your kids, and yeah, Tasty wood. And you just popped in and popped out. Hopefully, it's not a direct line to our house. Well,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's always the factor. Fortunately, here it's pretty easy to monitor that. I've always been worried about termites. So this house was built in '60. Back in the day, I don't know if they still do this anymore, but to get treated for termites, they would come down to your base. If you had a basement, they would drill all these holes all over the concrete and they'd inject it. And this house has that. And probably back then they used chloridane or something extremely cancerous, carcinogenic through and through. So I've never had any termites. But also, it's a walkout basement. So there's a good, at least, probably 18 inches is the shortest section of concrete to the actual siding. So it's pretty easy to tell if you take a walk around the house, if you've got anything going on.
weren't you telling me they build little tunnels, little mud tunnels?
Well, termites have to have a tunnel. Ants, not so much. But you can usually tell if there's any activity going on pretty easy.
Well, you kind of took care of them. We laid down some stuff. We had a lot of carpenter ants there. We laid down some.
Yeah, we put
Stuff.
some bait out. It seemed to work okay, but it is kind of the end of the season, so
Yeah.
we'll see what it looks like next season.
Yeah. Well, we took measures too to try to keep the wood from rotting. I never want to build a deck again. Well, and I figured too, by the time this deck wears out,
I'll be dead.
I'm 45. I'm hoping that thing's gonna last at least 20 years, and I don't want to build another deck when I'm 65. So let's do what we can. Well, we did that nice composite wood though. It looks real pretty.
And it cost a fortune.
And it was expensive. Hi, Gregory from London. Hello. Sergio's blaming his grandkids for not getting to hang out with us and not bringing us any Amish donuts, although there are rules and you're not allowed to bring anything into the...
Shh.
Depends on the termites. Some do leave a visible mud tunnel outside. Other types don't. We're keeping an eye out for them, little buggers. What do we get around here? Silverfish. Occasionally, not often. Spiders this time of year.
Lots of spiders.
We got a
There's
few
some
creepy
big, angry
crawlies
ones.
around here. It's
In
spooky
fact,
season.
There was one living in that window right over your head, and he's the size of a grapefruit. No, he's not that big, but I don't want to disturb him. He's over there doing his thing. But he gets bigger by the day.
Yeah. I have kind of a live and let live policy, but
He ain't hurt nothing.
spiders depends.
As long as he's not chewing on my face, I'm cool with it.
Don't bite me. I'm okay. Occasionally though, I'll get the occasional spider bite.
It's just letting you know that he's still there.
Yep. I probably rolled over on them, or I think they get the couch cushions and stuff. They get everywhere. They say that you are never 3 feet away from a spider.
Never more than 3 feet?
Never more than 3 feet away from a spider at any given time.
All right.
Yeah, Spider is the new boss in the basement. Replace the stray cat.
He's got a little construction hat he wears.
That's right. He's the foreman.
He's the foreman.
That's true. They eat other which is why I leave them alone. The same things with like the garter snakes. There's Steve. Hi, Steve. With like garter snakes, I just don't mess with those things, and I really try not to hit them with the mower and things. I don't know. It depends on the bug, and it depends on the location of said bug. So as to what I do with them. Normally, I just leave them alone, or I try to catch them and put them back outside. But it depends. If they're in the shower, they get a burial at sea.
Mm-hmm.
And all mosquitoes must perish.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do like. We got a hard freeze coming, honey. That means that all mosquitoes can go back to hell where they belong.
Only thing mosquitoes are good for is bat food.
Hi, Jose. How are you? Bat food. That's right. They bring the bats. We love the bats.
Yeah.
Jose doesn't like spiders.
They're ugly. That's something we talked about. It's spooky season. We're always thinking about movies. That's one we have not hit this season is arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia. He understands the work the spiders do. He still doesn't like them in his space. Fair enough. Fair enough. If they hide from you, though, it's okay, right?
Hey. There's a lot of people in this world that do great work. I don't want to stand next to them.
No more like arachnophobia. It's viscera. What is visceral. Yes. Out of sight, out of mind. Exactly. They just go away. Go somewhere and be creepy somewhere else.
Do your thing over there.
Andrew says scorpions and centipedes, though. We have a few centipedes around here.
I do not like
We do not
centipedes.
We do not have scorpions. Centipedes are creepy. We don't have
like
scorpions around here, thank goodness. Walking sticks, though, they're plenty creepy.
They're so cool.
Rats. We don't really have... We get little field mice, Sergio. We don't really get rats. I mean, like, they're around, but not around here. We get little... We don't get them inside either. We'll get the occasional field mouse, though. They come in the garage and stuff. Little brown mice.
They're so adorable.
So sweet with all their diseases. They're adorable. Yes, they're so cute and fuzzy. Yes, I like them too. But they gotta go. Although if I see one, I don't worry about it. When I was doing the lunch lady thing, occasionally we'd have a mouse hanging around like dry storage. There's just not much you can... I mean, you set out traps and whatever, but you can't keep them out. They come... Preventative maintenance. That's the only thing you can do with like in the school kitchen and stuff. And it's usually just one.
Got to put something in the loose meat.
The ones that come in the school, Jacques, they asked if we killed mice. The ones that come in the school, we do, yes. Because they're just going to find their way back in. But I've never seen one in this house.
We've never had mice here.
There-
Actually, I've seen one, and he wasn't alive.
Oh yeah, there was that one.
The original, like, I redid the original cabinets. I put the cabinets back, but I pulled them all up and kind of straightened up the floor and everything. I pulled them all up, and there was one mouse in there, and he was flatter than a pancake.
Yeah.
He must have been in there 40 years.
He's there a long time.
Yeah, so
So
that's the only one I've ever
he
seen.
got in and he didn't fare well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the girlfriend won't let me get rats. They don't live long enough, and she knows I would be too sad. That's true. And I do hear that like domesticated rats make really nice pets. They're very affectionate and they can be very sweet, and they do better in bunches. I mean, we've discussed this. It's the guinea pig scenario all over again. We've discussed rats too, where the rat's going to go to college, who's going to take care of them after we're gone, all these things. Anyway, though, but I have heard actually good things about rats as pets.
Yeah.
That they're actually quite sweet when they're well fed. Yeah, lucky to get 2 or 3 years. That's about right. But I will say this as a theory, and I'm gonna get a little morbid here, but I believe that like guinea pigs and rats and hamsters and things like those are a good first pet for a child. It's something they can take care of, but pretty much takes care of itself. And they don't live very long. You get the child can learn about life and death, and they're not, not like a dog, well enough to get attached to it, but not so well that you're just completely crushed. That comes later. But like when they're little, though, they get a feeling, they get a grasp of. My sister had a parakeet. I had a hamster. They live a little while, but you learn about life and death and taking care of an animal. It's a good first pet. What's up, Chris? It's been a while since I've caught you live. Great to see you guys. Hello, Fat Daddy. G8Z.
With
like
a PH.
I like that. When all the flooding hit New York a few weeks ago, someone asked in all serious, how are the rats doing? Hopefully they're drowned.
They're fine.
Those aren't nice, sweet, cuddly rats. Those are the big, scary ones.
Hey, the rat's a rat.
Oh, Jose has 4 cats. No rats for you. Chinchillas. I've heard that too, that chinchillas make nice pets. Are they affectionate? I mean, they're probably okay. I don't think they get as cuddly but they're really pretty and they're soft.
Make good coats.
Honey, shame on you.
I would never own a chinchilla coat, but I've heard.
I do not wear fur. Now I do wear leather, but I won't wear fur. Steve Bills had one when he was a kid. Did you like, what was the chinchilla's name, Steve? Jacques had cats. The wife had everything else. Everything. We had a dog when I was a kid. My mother's allergic to cats. Oh, he doesn't remember the chinchilla's name. Oh, gee. You don't remember your childhood pet's rodent name? Gee, Steve.
Steve? Are you really that busy? You can't spend 5 seconds and cherish your childhood pet's name? Oh, sorry, Steve.
We're sorry for your loss.
We're sorry for you.
I remember the dust baths and the super soft bird. That is adorable. I've seen chinchillas do the little dust baths, and they're really cute. The little birdies do them too outside. Little birds will roll around in the dirt. It's adorable. The chinchillas my sister had weren't cuddly at all, but the fur was real soft. Yes.
I guess a chinchilla could probably lay a bite down on you.
I'll bet they get you. But I have seen a few TikToks where it's a chinchilla and
You and TikTok, we gotta have a
owner
discussion.
hands the chinchilla like little signs and stuff, and the chinchilla will hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then they drop it. But they'll hold a stick or a little sign. She puts little hats on them. They're adorable. There you go. His grandma had a chinchilla. Andrew's grandma had a chinchilla. His name was Maka.
How do you open one of these?
Gonna make a coat. That's terrible. She had a dark sense of humor.
I agree. Grandfather Riley always used to tell a story about how he had a chicken as a pet, and it rode on his handlebars. And he goes to he's about 5'5", really Irish, and kind of a prankster. And you didn't believe a word you said. If you asked him what time it was, he would tell you something that wasn't even close. And he didn't even wear a watch. But he's just that guy. But he would tell the story about the chicken, and he'd get you all involved with how it rode on his handlebars and whatever. And then eventually you'd ask what its name was. And he says, I don't know, but it was tasty.
Aww.
That's my grandfather in a nutshell. Interesting man.
Angie used to raise bunnies. Angie, my cousin, used to have bunnies. I don't know what happened to them, and I don't know what they did with them, but she would raise and breed rabbits.
I heard bunnies are a fun pet if you're equipped for them.
Well, she's a farm kid, so, that's a pet that a breeding, that's something a child can manage. Bunnies are tasty. I've only had...
Bunnies
as we
are
call
tasty?
as we call them, bunnies. I had them when I was a kid. My grandmother made
I don't know that I've
she
ever
fried
eaten a rabbit.
She did fried rabbit. I only eaten it once. It's a little gamey. It's not awful. But I know like stews and stuff, you can make stews, and there's just not a lot of meat on them. They're not very beefy. We got little brown rabbits that run around here, and they're too cute to eat. You wouldn't want to eat them anyway. But tastes like chicken.
Mm-hmm. So the LDO part for this one has it as one hanger, but that is not going to work with just one hanger.
Oh, Mike's bragging rights now. Hello, Mike. Thanks. You do so much for us, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Fancy is
Yes.
donating to us monetarily. I feel like I
Yes.
still owe him money for working the booth. That check's in the mail, Mike.
Tell you what, we're gonna give you some royalties from all that footage that you took.
You can have 15% of my YouTube earnings. That's around $1.50.
All right. Oh, Steve gifted $10 in memberships. Thank you. And he's giving them to everybody. You get a membership, and you get a membership.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that.
Frog legs and squirrel. Never had squirrel. And I always, whenever anybody talks about eating squirrels, I think about that Christmas Vacation, where he goes, "Where's Eddie? He usually eats these things." And she goes, "Well, Eddie found out that they were high in cholesterol."
Yeah.
So now whenever I hear about somebody eating squirrel, I think those are high in cholesterol.
All right. Let's move on here. Where are we at?
Somebody on here was saying that they had rats for pets and that they do bite. I mean, if you're not careful, but you can buy from breeders that raise them and can like socialize them and before you get them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think that's probably just get used to being handled.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Well, we had them in like science at school.
Oh, like live?
Yeah, just a rat in a cage over there. You look at him. Look, it's a rat. But occasionally, somebody'd reach their hand in there and he'd clamp down on it, and he'd get him good.
Yeah.
But it's a rat. What are you gonna do? If he's feeling a little threatened, he's gonna clamp down on you.
Tom Taylor says they don't see very well, so I could see that too. Probably, dogs explore with their mouths too, so it doesn't
test bite.
Bite.
Yeah.
Well, seeing who's there. Well, seeing how tasty you are, and then
don't rats they're completely incontinent? Like don't they like, or is that just like a certain type of rat?
There's poo all over the place.
They pee.
I would
every
imagine
step
it's
they take or
involuntary.
something?
Yeah, probably.
Not to bring it down on rats. Everybody's got problems, but
Steve took home the science class rat in the 4th grade. Like, what? Take him home for the weekend, Steve, or?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Easy to catch. Squirrels are easy to catch. 'Cause they eat the fermented pumpkins, and then that slows them down.
They get wasted.
Oh, when class was done, he kept them. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Mike's kids brought one home. It bit him, and he winged it onto the wall,
Oh no!
and then it got returned. The rat didn't make it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Tom was saying you don't get them from a pet store, you get them from a breeder. That makes sense then. Oh, pets and feeders for snakes. Now, my sister did have a corn snake. And we used to feed him little pinkies. It's kind of fascinating to watch them eat.
10 and a 4, 6. Where are all the screws at? I'm quickly learning these streams really aren't about building anything anymore.
Groundhogs?
They're about
No.
childhood trauma.
Yeah, well, you know,
It's a support group
it is.
for people that used to have pets.
The ones in the pet store have to compete for food from birth and are not handled before eating or before being sold. Excuse me, not before eating, before being sold. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Groundhogs are greasy, honey. No. Pass. I think rabbits is as vermin-y as I've gotten in the rabbit.
20 plus pounders. Wow.
It's a big. How big do ours?
Holy.
I mean, we see them
carp.
out on our walks and stuff. 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah, I guess some of those are fair size. But 20 pound?
Yeah, about the size of a small cat. So. We got a lot of squirrels around here. We just like looking at them. There's lots of babies around here. We try not to hit them with the car.
It's easier said than done.
They're tricky.
All
I
right.
just slow down now when I see them.
Well, I know they're going to make some stupid decision right before you get to them. So, I mean, it is a squirrel. His
What
brain's
is
the
that?
size of a pencil eraser.
Natural selection.
But I feel bad all day when I hit him.
I do too. I feel terrible. But that's all right. It's the circle of life.
Well, pretty sure the circle of life never planned on a Toyota. Probably can't even see any of this. No. Like the first 5 minutes of every stream, I'm diligent. I'm trying to show stuff, and then everything goes out the window. These clips actually fit really good on these din rails, though. Whoever designed that clip, kudos to you. Nice fit.
Steve, was that you? Good luck with the rest of the stream. I have to take off. Steve, have a good day. And
See you,
then
Steve. Thanks for coming.
thanks for coming by. Thanks for the memberships.
Man. That's Steve. He's a good
dude.
guy.
We like him.
I talked to my buddy Chris Russell the other day. There's a couple of folks that I have like a running chat with. You know, I don't know how friends work, but I think that's how friends go. So you talk to them once in a while. So Chris was messaging me. He's like, Steve says hi. I'm like, Steve? He's like, yeah, Steve Builds. Steve. I'm like, oh, cool, Steve. I guess they were at OC Maker Fair in California. A bunch of California folk.
I guess your mic is crackling. Yes, it's his microphone.
Is it super bad? Because it was really bad the other day.
It's not doing. I don't know. Let's see what they say.
You can actually see it in the spectre in the monitor when it starts to crack.
Do you have a backup or?
Not really. I mean, I could
hook up one of these like what I have.
We could try to figure out like those
Oh,
Go mics. That
oh,
would be about it.
the rooks or whatever. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called.
Yeah. That'd be about all we could do.
It's intermittent, Mike says.
It's something
Sorry.
inside the transmitter. Like what you can tap the transmitter. It's not the cable. Unless it's like down inside, like there's a connection on the cable. It's not the cable because it's fine. Like you can move it around and it's all good. But if you tap that box once in a while, it lets out this awful crackle. It almost ruined my video yesterday. So
Hello, Fabrico. I think you're probably just due for a new one. That one's
they're
6
awful
years old.
expensive.
Oh, I know, but they just don't last.
I use it like every day, so I guess I really shouldn't.
Yeah. You've gotten a lot of mileage out of it.
Yeah, I looked up the warranty. You know, Rode. This is a Rode filmmaker kit. For anybody
Rode.
that's wondering,
Mhm.
but Rode has a really good warranty, and they've got a really good track record. But I looked it up, and the warranty says I bought it in March of 2018, and they have like a 2-year warranty. I'm like, well, I've had it a little while
Probably
then.
about due. Thanks, Mike. Fabrico Shammy gifted 5 memberships. Thanks, Fabrico.
Awesome.
And you said hello earlier, and I didn't get a chance to say hello, Fabrico. How are you?
I did not have much time at all to talk to Fabrico folks at Earth this time.
Jake from State Farm is here. Hello.
Jake from State Farm. All right. So basically, I'm just getting all this electronic stuff sorted out and mounted so it makes sense on our board here. There's some clips and stuff.
Red Light 34. Hello.
Red Light Mike. Hey, Mike. The board. There's a micro switch board. We have one of those. I remember putting it on a printed mount.
Mike says we need 2 days after each Rep Rap Festival just to
A
socialize.
start for the new microphone fund.
Thank you, Mike.
We need something.
Yeah.
Well, and everybody's so disparate at these things too, because there's like, a million hotels. It's not like you can just head down and see. I mean, you can always head down to the lobby and see someone and talk with them, but it's not like you see everybody. And I also need to be a lot more organized, because I always think when I'm going to these things like, hey, I need to tell so-and-so this and that, and I never get around to it.
Andrew Rogers says that Chris Russell dated his sister in high school.
I am so sorry.
Small world.
That can't be. Chris Russell was in a high school like 80 years ago. Actually, I think he's only like 10 years older than I am.
Yeah, you get together. There's not a lot of time for socializing and chit chat, is there? Although, I think at Murph, there seems to be time for that. Nobody, because like after the festivities close, you can still hang around there and make their. Although I did see a lot of people made the rounds, but for the most part, everybody kind of stayed in their pod.
Yeah, well, that's the nerd effect, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that as a bad thing, because I am a nerd through and through. But it's like you want to stay in your comfort zone of people you know. I'm probably a little more sociable than some.
Yeah.
But it's hard to step out of your comfort zone, and I applaud anyone that does, because it's not always easy. This is the part I was looking for, by the way, and it's trying to get in on my coffee mug. I was looking for this, and I already put that on. So just to, I'm trying not to line jump on the manual, but I did put this on. Anyway, it's the end stops for X and Y.
I think next time, though, when we go to Murph again, we push the table back, sit in front of the table. I think that so we can open up a little bit.
I'm telling you, swap meet style is the way we do this.
Yeah.
And we just got to figure out a good configuration for it.
Yeah.
Where you set out front.
Yeah. Just when the festivities are over, push the table back a little bit if you can without knocking over all your gear. Or just bring all the chairs out front and put the cooler out front and everything. We can just hang out there. Because I felt like behind the table, you weren't really open to people coming and visiting and you seeing others. And I need to bring more Jello shots.
All right, so they jump straight into wiring after this, and wiring's always the most thrilling thing to do while you're trying to live stream.
Mike says align the tables sideways in the booth space. That's probably... Oh, that's not a bad idea. You could...
Well, you know, like, some of the vendors are wise to that. Like, West 3D was directly across from us, and they had one like this. So you could kind of stand in their pod with them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a better way to go. But, you know, Murph is so much different than these other... The other places probably would not like that.
Yeah.
But Murph, it's like, just throw a table down. Who cares?
Sort of a
No one cares.
free-for-all, yeah.
Well, there's so much room. You know, it's not like we're packed tight in there.
Andrew will bring more tequila. That sounds good, Andrew. Thank you. I'll bring the Jello shots. You bring the tequila. And I think Jeremy's wife, Angie, is going to help me. She's going to make some too. So that way we'll have plenty.
That's what we need.
Yes.
That's top priority. Oh, there's something I didn't check. I wonder if our power supply is set to 110.
Steven says the guitar on the to-do list after seeing you guys at Murph. I don't play, but a good time to learn. There you go. After the build. There you go. Ooh, Rumple. It's been a while.
Oh.
It's been a while, but I'm not afraid of a Rumple shot.
That'll put you
At
down.
least I wasn't when I was in my 20s. Probably now.
She is now.
Probably wouldn't do. I would not fare well with Rumplemans. Jägermeister used to be my drink. Oh, God, I was a Jaeger girl.
Ooh, that thing is super tight on one of those Z motors. I wonder if I was supposed to spin that Z motor to the side. I bet you I was.
There will be some liquid supplies brought to Rocky Mountain. And for sure, maybe Murph. Sounds good.
So what bracket am I supposed to use for that PCB? It states you can use the full-size one, but the bracket, the PCB that I have, I bet you there's some other bracket that I did not print. Because that's how these things go. It's this right here. And the one that they show in the picture actually has a tab on it for the longer printed bracket. And I don't necessarily need to do that to continue, but it would be nice to know. I mean, I could kind of make this work, but half-assery would be afoot. So I guess we're just going to move to wiring for now. I did already do the stepper drivers, which takes a bit of time to do. That is one thing I did, was peel all of the paper off the heat sinks and all that good stuff. That saved us a bit of work.
Shout out to the guys that to the people that use their faces on their on their as their profiles for YouTube, so that I can put a face to your name. That helps a lot.
You have no idea how much that helps.
Well, and I'm bad about it too. I have a caricature on mine. I don't know. I feel funny about using my actual face on. Yep, Andrew, you'll have to print some new shot glasses for sure. That's fun. Gosh, how fun was Murph? I just love that. I like doing the beer exchange and the everybody bring what you got, and then just being able to hang out there and not have to worry about bombarding Chili's or Applebee's or wherever.
And going to Little Caesars.
Yeah. And going to Little Caesars, which we don't have a Little Caesars around here, so it's pretty sweet for us.
It's like a magical treat.
Mad Shammy. This is his oh, I see. Nice. He's a cowboy. All right. I like it. That's his personal account, but his Discord face is better. Thanks, Shammy. But yeah, it's fun. So yeah, and we got, although very garlicky, What did we have that was just so garlicky? The breadsticks, something at Little Caesars was
I don't remember.
very garlicky.
That was at the end of a very long day.
Oh my
I barely
God,
remember
dude.
eating that.
Yeah.
I do remember going though, because we stopped and picked up a pizza.
Well, that's when Glenn brought those strong beers.
Yeah, I did not have any of that.
Maybe the garlic nuts. We had like breadsticks, and I think it was the breadsticks, and I think that sauce is a little garlicky too.
Oh yeah, that stuff's ridiculous.
He was Shammy, we're the only guy walking around Rocky Mountain with a black Stetson on. Well, own it.
I keep losing my document. My documents.
But the party at Earth was good. Printopia was good. All right, what do you think of the new?
Printopia.
What do y'all think of the new brand, Printopia? No longer East Coast riprap.
They think they're so fancy.
They are. They're different now. I think it's fine. I like it. It's a nice name, and it sets them apart from the rest of them. I mean, same but different. Sort of the other side of the coin.
They're what, are you hot? Is that what you said? Oh.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I like Printopia. I'm fine with it. I'll call you whatever you want to be called.
Bolt. No, I don't care. I was just, Pileski is one of the Chris
Oh.
Pileski is one of my favorite people to give a hard time.
Yeah.
Although if Vicky was offended, I would be devastated because she's like the nicest person on the whole planet.
Shammy don't like it.
Shammy don't like it.
He don't like Printopia.
Don't like taking the rep wrap out of the 3D printer. I'm with that. I'm with you.
It's Printopia, a rep rap festival, so it's not quite out of it. It's fine, and I get that it might be more consumer friendly, but it does feel like they are tossing the rip rap heritage. Perhaps. RS Makes says he never goes to Earth. He'll never go to Earth again because they changed the name. Wow. Bold. Shots fired.
All right.
But then I'm known to be the old man yelling at clouds. Fair enough.
That's my favorite type of person, honestly.
It's woke.
I really like the old crusty guys, but only the ones that know it. Like, that's my favorite. I love hanging out with the guys that are close to 70 that are really crusty and have these opinions about everything, but they thoroughly know that they're that way. And that's what I hope to be very soon. I love that. I absolutely dig it.
Mike doesn't want to hurt Vicky's feelings either, by the way.
Yes, she's so nice. But that Pileski.
Yeah.
No.
Not a big deal. They should have more rep rap competitions. Best custom build, fastest benchy, etc. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind doing those little things either, but I do like the breakaways and like the talks and things like that there. I have to go to the 3D Printopia instead. I'm getting close to 70. To that 70 mark. 3DP market is changing. This is Mike Fancy. Says the 3DP market is changing. They're changing with the audience who doesn't know nor care what rep rap is. I think you're absolutely right, Mike. Those that know it and love it, yes, but you got to move with the times if you want to stay relevant, and that's
it's because, yeah, I mean, I get it. It doesn't hurt any less.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Shammy says he thinks Rocky Mountain will be the major one from here on out because it was beyond amazing. It was pretty nice. And that area was really nice. Printers, festivals, music, it's all a rebranding claiming it's originality. Yes, I think you're right too. Matt's Makerspace, looking forward to seeing you guys at Smurf. Hi, Tom
Smurf.
Llama. He says, sup. Riley's on YouTube. Sup. Oh, there's Andy. Good morning. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Hope you're okay and have had a great week. Pretty good, Andy. How about you?
Week wasn't all that great. It was just okay. Llama loops. Right now I'm switching all of the fans to 5 volts because on an octopus you can decide. But all these ones for the Voron build are 5. I believe. At least the directions tell me to do that. But
We
like
went
these ones aren't.
Hiking Horsetooth for Rocky Mountain, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Be nice. Mad Shammy says, okay, back to lurking while I work in office.
All right.
Lots of solder to burn. All right, we'll see ya.
Where's my other? 5 volt, right? 5 volt. Frame, earth. Oh, good. They give you a tie down for that. They've thought of everything.
Oh, Andy got a Jack Russell, and his name is Eddie.
After Fraser's death, I was just gonna say that.
Nice.
Eddie Spaghetti. Oh,
Eddie-
does he like pasta? Nah, he's got worms. That's the only Fraser episode I remember. But that's awesome. I'm sure your Eddie does not have worms.
But probably still a little stinker.
Oh yeah.
Jack Russells are just little devils. My goodness, little
But entertaining.
devil dogs. They're really
They're
cute,
entertaining.
and that helps. But they're little stinkers. Every Jack Russell I've ever known has been destructive, and they yip 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 all the time.
Well, don't curse him.
No. Sorry, Andy. You're absolutely right. Yours will be perfect.
That's right.
I'll be 70. Sergio says I'll be 71 in April, and yes, everyone says I get grumpier every year.
It's your right, Sergio. It's your right.
This is America.
This is America.
You can go around and be as crotchety as you want to be.
You can yell at as many clouds as you want.
That's right. And hate change.
Well, yeah.
Trying to find some thin metal to stick to my mag panels. So far, the cell phone stickers aren't holding up to the heat. Thin metal to stick to my mag panels.
So they've actually got some 24s. Oh, those are for the base. Gotcha. All right. Anyway.
RS Make says he's 66 and his wife says he's getting grumpy.
I get it.
It's happening.
Not sure what makes you that way, but I don't care.
He says, Andy says he has nails sharper than a cat, so my hands and arms are in ribbons. Yeah, but he's doing okay. He just had his second injection. So another week he can start venturing out into the world.
All right.
Good. I bet he's really cute. Puppies. Gee. My friend Becky has a little schnauzer, and I am smitten. She is so cute. With their little mustaches and their little eyebrows. They're just so freaking cute. Jack Russells, just give them a small ball and they will wreck your house. Yeah, they tear stuff
They
up.
have so much energy. It's amazing.
Yes, they do. A lot of energy.
I'm more of the lazy, hold your couch down type myself.
That's what Henky was.
Oh, man. That dog was lazy when he was born.
Yeah, he was always been a snuggler.
Except the one day when we were fighting over the pull toy and he let go and I punched myself in the face.
Do you
That
remember when Hinky used to slide into the
oh yeah.
door at the end
Yeah.
of the hall?
He was a really good slider.
Oh yeah, he got real good at walking on the hardwood eventually. Puppies are the best when I just rent them from the neighbors, play ball, send them home, no messes to deal with. That's right. You got to find somebody with a sweet dog.
I would sign up for that. If there was a service where like rent a puppy, I would totally sign up for
Just go
that.
play with puppies.
Because I love them to death. I would all day long, but at night when you're trying to get some sleep, it's not so much fun anymore. This is a really long cable, but they've minded it well. Well, that's good.
Well, it's looking like a printer now.
Yeah, I should have most of like the rough wiring. Like right now, basically, I'm just deciding where everything goes, like wire wise, and then I'll put this on and try to get a rough idea of where it's going to route. Because we have to put, I mean, there's all kinds of wire holders and stuff like that. All that's really boring. So basically, I'm just gonna figure this out for the next hour or so, and then hopefully we'll be ready.
What kind of board is that?
This is an octopus, a Big Tree Tech octopus.
Mm.
I believe it's like one of the older school ones. I don't know what version. It's 1.1, so it's one of the older ones.
Yeah, Tom, his mic's starting to crackle. So.
It's really bad.
No, they're saying it's kind of intermittent. So, but just is your cord tapping on it or anything? Tuck your cord into your pocket. Maybe. That might help some.
Ooh, maybe. Ooh, it's going really bad right now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, don't touch it.
Yeah, let me.
Maybe see if you can't straighten that cord out, or can you put it behind you on your back, maybe?
I muted myself so they can't hear me.
He's working on it. Just keep the crackling down. It's time for a new one.
This is the second one of these. I have another one, but I think I got rid of it because it was cracked.
Do you want to try the Rode mic? I mean, we're in the middle of something here, but we can. Yeah. Yeah, or just order a new microphone. Oh, well, that'd be nice. It's dead now. Yeah, he turned it off.
Oh, I gave it a couple of loops on the wire there. Maybe that'll keep enough restraint so it doesn't crackle. But we'll see.
Yeah, all right, keep an eye on him.
Sorry about that. I just noticed it yesterday.
Oh, Jacques is leaving. There's a big thunderstorm. So, all right. Well, hang in there. See you later. Thank you for coming. Starting to feel like a Nero stream. Lips are moving, but nothing is coming out. It's better now. Andrew says it's better now.
Okay, good.
Andrew Rogers.
A Nero stream? That's not good. Motor power, bed power. Yeah, let's just.
Edie Gusner is here. Hello.
All right.
Good evening.
How you doing, Gusner?
I'm going to go upstairs for a second. Do you want some more coffee?
Ow. This giant gash in my knuckle is a pain in the knuckle.
Okay.
If we have some more coffee,
I'm sure there
that would
is.
be fantastic. Let me pull you off of this here real quick.
I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Snap, crackle, pop. Yeah, these Rode mics are pretty good. I would do it again. I don't like the price tag. I guess you get what you pay for, but I was looking at it. I mentioned this earlier. I was looking at it. I did buy this one in 2018, So I guess I've gotten my mileage. I do use it like all the time. So I guess it's time to get another one. It's good enough for that. What else? Honestly, a lot of this stuff, this is probably breakouts for the board. What do we have on this side? Extruder motor. This is all the fans and everything that run up to the breakout on the tool head. And that does fit in there, yeah? Can't just replace the cable? I cannot. It's that lav mic and it's all one piece. I wish I could. I'm gonna try to, I have another type of one of these mics, maybe that's it. It's kind of a weird issue because it almost seems like it's inside the box, the transmitter, like maybe the connection down inside there, because you can kind of give it a shake and it will do that noise without moving the cable. But you know how diagnosing cables, like cable ends like that, are. I'll have to get some sort of something to try to actually test the connector. What else we got? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wire this PCB up. Get the cable on it. I was just testing it. Just to kind of sort through some of these wires. They do give you a pretty good diagram. Z probe. And hopefully I can use some of their firmware to so I can go by their pinout, so I don't have to guess on a lot of this stuff. I need this picture bigger. Ooh, high res. Troubleshooting audio issues. There you go. Have you heard about the 100 3D printers? No. What is that? I would like to hear about it. Thank you. Oh, 100 is a modded Rook. 100 3D print. No, I have not heard about that yet. We did stop and talk to West 3D a little bit while we were at Earth about the Rook. We talked about it at Rocky Mountain, and of course I didn't follow up. So hopefully we follow up on that at some point. If I ever get done building the Trident, which I probably will not. So, no, but I have not heard about the modified Rook.
I really like the looks of that machine. I just think it's really cute.
It's a cutie.
They're clever. And I like the idea of building a frame, like printing your own base and frame for it, or whatever. Not frame, but you know.
It is a very high percentage of printed parts, that is for sure.
Yeah, I like that. You can make it your own.
There's so many plugs on this board.
Is this your first Voron? No, you got a switch wire.
How to switch wire?
That mic one.
That is now Mike Fancy's. So no, this is my first Core XY Voron. So orange is for X. And then we should have a Y. This is hot end thermistor. Oh, hot end fan, part fan, hot end.
Yeah, Mike's new pinner is purple. It's very pretty. Did you get it going, Mike? Got it up and running?
Yeah, Maker Viking Tom. How's all that going? I know Tom's been custom designing printers. At one time, I think we were we supported the effort or whatever it was. I didn't know he had a couple of different designs to go in, but I haven't stopped to take a look at the updates on them yet. Fan, part fan is the green line.
Oh, we got pictures of the puppy. Is that in an email, Andy? Maybe on the tweets.
And then part fan, hot end fan, hot end fan.
It was an email. I might look it up here.
Dog pictures, she's on it.
I want to see. There we go.
Gold, orange, blue. What's the blue one?
Can I get in your email? Is that all right?
Sure.
There it is. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, Andy. Oh my God. I wish I could show these to you. He's so cute.
Oh, we're showing them.
It's pretty darn cute. That's a cute little dog, a little brown and white thing with little perky ears. He's adorable.
Here she goes.
Well, Mike says, thanks to Chris, it's running, and had to move the Voron from the dining room table to the basement to make room to build the XL. There you go.
He says thanks to me, but honestly, I built it and it wasn't working when he got it. So it's actually my fault. And then I just went back and corrected my mistake. So I appreciate the thanks, but I really kind of feel like I tricked someone, it just happened to be you, into that whole thing, honestly.
What is it? Feener? Core XY? Am I saying that right?
I believe it's some sort of Norris God. Because the other one is Wymira? I don't remember, but
it's a small one. It's almost finished. Almost ready to print the prototype in regards to...
Yeah, that's right.
Wymir. I'm redesigning it to Core XY instead. It looks like that's what it says. Glad it was me, huh? Slightly less after gift support. Andy, your dog is adorable.
All right, where are these dog pictures at?
It's right there in your top of your email.
All right. So we gotta. Oh my gosh.
Put him on if
What
you can, because he's real cute. Show the world
Holy
Andy's new
carp.
puppy.
Just a second. Let me download these things. Oh my gosh.
He's really cute.
Oh man. Oh, we got lots of pictures.
Oh, I see. Crow XY or Cross XY. Oh, there you go. Thanks.
I'm moving them around here. Hold on. Alright. Running the stream is hard when you got a shared dog.
Well, you got to share the puppy pictures. I know. We're going to take a puppy break. And look at these pictures. How's the microphone doing?
I don't know.
Oh, there's another one. There's a fox terrier on our walk. This says Steven says that he had 6 toy fox terriers, 4 females and 2 males, that were neutered. Oh, there he is. There's little Eddie. Look how cute he is.
He is adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's House of Puppies.
Look at that.
Oh my God, little tongue. And he got a little harness on. Well, you don't get away. He's ready for anything, especially napping. That's how they get you. Mike says that's how they get you.
That's what I say all the time. That's how they
Look
get
at
you.
that little guy
My God.
with his little harness on. There he's sleeping.
Sleeping.
That's a good spot for him there. Sweet. Look at those little ears, honey.
He's listening. Oh my gosh.
Sweet dog. Andy, congratulations. Oh, he built a little fort for him.
Yeah. Gotta have protection when
Little
you're that
dog
little.
fort.
That is adorable.
That is it's so cute. Andy, congratulations on your new puppy. He is super cute.
Very cute.
Little stinker. Yes.
In a tent. I didn't even get a tent.
We used to, when dog storms, Hanky'd go into the bathroom, but he started going between the fish tank and the couch. There's a space of about 2 or 3 feet between the fish tank and the couch, and Hanky was going in there. And I think, didn't you throw a blanket over there for him once?
Yeah, any cave will do. As long as it's a tight area. And
He would go in there and stand. The thunderstorm scared him.
Oh, James is here from Rushmore 3D. He just finished his. He went with cans, so much less wiring. I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finished yours. You are way more diligent than I. We'll get it on you.
Viking's gonna send you some
Yep. Send me some pictures.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Cushion cave.
Cushion cave. He made it himself.
That's awesome.
Terrier is misspelled. It should be spelled terror.
Mhm.
Exactly. Now we had the larger version. Hanky was a pit bull mix, but still terrier all the same.
The laziest terrier.
He was a big lazy terrier. And he had some lab in him too, so he had a pretty good temperament. Pretty sweet.
He was a mix.
He was a good mix, though. I think I maintain the best disposition of any dog I have ever encountered.
Well-
Patient and just sweet. Now, he'd jump on you, and you'd be careful. Like, we watched him around little ones because he'd kick and want to play, but never angry, never bit, never growled, ever. Just a good dog.
He just didn't care that much.
Nah, pretty easy going.
And that's what people are always asking, when are you going to get another dog? Or, people at work, when are you going to get another? You should get another dog. And it's like, I would love to have another dog. I would. But the problem is I had the world's laziest, most laid-back dog for 14 years. And then and I was much younger then. And I'm going to get this other dog that, is just being a dog. And I'm going to be extremely irritated. I mean, I've got the patience for dogs, I do, but having a dog that just kind of, didn't do much, followed you around, and, mostly did what you said,
Yeah.
it really spoils you for dogs. So I don't know that I'm ready for all of that.
A dog will find you. I've also, back to the TikToks, I also seen some videos where sometimes the universe sends you a kitten. I don't know if you guys have seen those TikToks. The universe will send you a kitten, and then a random kitten will just come up to you, and then they're yours. Laid back except for barking at the mailman. Hanky did bark at the mailman
Yep.
and the UPS guy.
Yep. The UPS guy. That was about it. But never the trash guy. I still don't understand that about dogs because they pick and choose. And I understand the UPS guy comes up to the door and the mailman puts, he doesn't quite get to the door. He puts stuff in the box. But a guy shows up every week in this giant robot truck with this huge scary arm and makes a lot of noise. No barking.
No.
It's fine.
No barking. It's
Cool
no
with
big
that.
deal. Tom Llama blew the leaves this morning. Looked outside. Can't even tell he did it. Yep.
Why would you do that, Tom?
I just wait until we have one more 70-degree day right before Thanksgiving. And that is the day that I go out and I lay seed and I mow all the leaves.
Tom was just obviously looking for a way to be agitated.
I mow the leaves. Though. I don't try to pick them up or blow them around. I just mow them all over. And that seems to work pretty good for us. The truck is not on the dog's property. That's probably why.
I guess.
The garbage truck is not approaching the house.
But we could have important stuff in those cans. He's just taking it away. All right, AB. How do they route? Oh, they just route it right up the side.
Hanky would get in the trash every once in a while.
If it was very convenient, if I placed it there for him to get later, he would get in the trash.
I would say on the occasions that he would get in the trash, it was just as much our fault as it was his.
Yeah,
we
was
didn't
my
empty
fault.
it because we have a lid on it. And
Yeah,
we didn't. We were lazy.
it had to be pretty obvious. Well, that's the worst part is you're not prepared for it. So when he does do something like that, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this.
Sergio says with his 2 Bijans, nothing or anything can get near the house without him knowing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Little alarm clocks. There you go. He's too many leaves for him. I do not have. I mean, I get plenty, but not so much. It's not overwhelming. He has to do it a few times a year. The leaves.
Oh, I would guess up there. He's in the
Yeah.
Northeast. I would guess up there he's probably buried.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we have plenty. What do we got? Trash maples. That's what-
Trash maples.
We got trash maples around our house, but bunch of pictures sent your way on Twitter. Viking sent them. Hey, Ricky. Good morning.
Ricky Tanner's here. Ricky's actually working on a really cool robot, like printed robot you can assemble yourself for Shane and the 1440 Maker stream that's coming up in November. It's like a charitable stream. Ricky's working on a robot for it. I've seen pictures of it on Twitter. It's really cool. I will be on that stream. Shane sent me part of the schedule or whatever. I just told him, just tell me what time to show up and what time zone and I'll be there. And he's like, well, what about this? What about? I was like, whatever. Just tell me when to be there, so that I know. Cause he's in Prague and he's scheduling stuff all over the world. So I would prefer not to be on at like 5 a.m. But if that's my time slot, then that's my time slot.
Yeah, that's right. For charity, do what you got to do.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that next month. I will try to let you all know when that's going to happen as soon as I know. A motor, B motor, Z0 is up here. I think they just gave me 3 regular old motor cables.
He's planning on it if I can make it work with my wife's sleep schedule. Yeah.
That. Oh, bending over so hard. So, it's October 28th, correct? believe that's correct.
Yes.
Halloween season is almost over. So we have a couple of days left where we're going to be more focused on scary movie watching. And I'm pretty sure we've seen 75% of all the movies that I ever made.
Seen a lot
this
this
month.
month. We're really hitting it hard.
But if you've only got a couple of days left and you can only watch a couple of movies, which ones are those? What are, if you had to say, like, okay, I'm gonna watch one Halloween related horror type movie, what's it gonna be? And I'm saying that for us because we've got to end this thing strong. We got to hit the right movies and make sure we've got them all under our belt. We've already mentioned Arachnophobia, which is not a bad choice.
That's all right. Yeah. A lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure, but the chat has it in them. I know that they've got this.
You're currently watching the Conjuring series.
Yeah, we're
No,
almost through all of
We're
the
almost
Conjuring
through
movies.
those. We've not watched. We've not really watched any of the Jason movies.
The Jason and Freddy movies are just kind of.
We did watch Dream Warriors earlier this month.
We did watch
That was
Dream
one of my
Warriors.
picks. Freddy
Yep.
3.
Yeah.
So,
Well, really, Dream Warriors. The only reason why to watch it is because of Dokken.
well, yeah.
Does anybody even know who Dokken is anymore?
Sure.
Nobody knew who Dokken was then.
Beetlejuice, that's a good one. And there's going to be a new Beetlejuice.
I can watch Beetlejuice any day.
Yeah.
It's just a great movie.
Well, yeah, just deer. Sergio, the dogs were going nuts at 3 o'clock. He had to get his gun. Oh, yeah. Intentionally bad comedy horror. Rosemary's Baby. That is a quality movie.
We have not watched
We've
that.
not watched
It's been a
Rosemary's
long
Baby.
time
We haven't
since I've
watched the
seen
original
it.
Night of the Living Dead.
No. That's one of those ones too. It's like you should just watch it every once in a while.
Tremors, you watched something like that the
I
other
watched
day.
Tremors the other day. Yes, I did watch that. I like Tremors.
Ren and Stimpy go to Washington. Terrifying. Yes.
That is terrifying.
Uh,
I love the idea though.
Oh, I like the Tremors movies. You watched, yeah, you watched
I watched
Exorcist.
the first one.
We didn't watch. I did go to the movie though and see Exorcist Believer.
We watched the original one the other day.
6 out of 10. Exorcist Believer. Just okay. Evil Dead. Scary. And creepy.
Kind of a hard watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Mirrors? I don't know that one.
Mirrors?
Mirrors.
Hmm.
Cabin in the Woods. Good one. Yes. Scary to funny in 3 movies.
You know, one they were talking about the other day that I can't watch is Last House on the Left.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't care for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
It's kind of the same kind of watch as
Disturbing.
what's the one with Burt Reynolds?
Oh.
Deliverance.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of the same kind of feel.
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers.
I'll have to look that one up. I feel the same way about pretty much any Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, those are
They're
all kind
hard
of a
for me to
hard
get
watch.
through. I just don't. I understand what he's going for. I mean, I get it, but I'm just not a fan. Actions and Western movies, yeah. Good. Oh, Quiet Place, great movie. Quiet Place 2, also good. Angel Heart, I don't know that one. Children of the Corn. We watched a remake. Shudder made a remake of Children of the Corn. It was okay. I mean, not bad for a, it was a Shudder movie.
Definitely a
So low
streaming-
budget,
yeah.
but what the hell? I got an hour and 30 minutes. Let's do it.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was bad, but
Children of the Corn was a nightmare when he was a kid. Outlander, yes. But Pet Sematary,
that one's tough.
the book is terrifying. I don't know if you guys have read Pet Sematary, but it's real freaking scary. And the movie was also scary, but it's good. Now Llama says original Dracula movies. Now we did go see Nosferatu
Yeah, we did
a few years ago. That was cool.
Aha.
A Babadook. I think we did see that one. Babadook. Do you remember that one? I think we saw something like that. Yes. Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, I watched that one the other day.
That's a good one. Yes.
I love that movie.
Excellent movie. Have you guys seen the the newer Halloween movies? That's with Jamie Lee Curtis, where she's old and scary. The Ring. That Chris, you didn't like The Ring.
I
What
like
scared you?
I like The Ring, but man, it is intense.
Yeah.
You got to be ready to watch that thing.
Yeah. Not like H2O, the newest last 3 Halloween movies. Old Jamie Lee Curtis. The first one I thought was really good, and then the other two just kind of stunk. I wasn't happy with them. A little disappointed. The Ring is a scary one. The Fly.
Yeah.
The original Fly with Vincent Price, or The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Also, all good. Both good. I thought Jeff Goldblum did a pretty good job in that movie. Yeah, the Jeff Goldblum one. He likes that one. Pretty good. It was all right. It was good. It was, like 80s scary. Kind of out there for the time.
For the time, I think it was. The problem I have is like you can't watch it now without knowing Jeff Goldblum, like because he's supposed to be kind of sexy and scary in that movie, and he's not at all.
He didn't become attractive really to me until he got older. Young Jeff Goldblum.
Well, now you know just how big of a weirdo he is.
Oh, and now he's just a
so it's not the
strange
same
person.
It's not the same. And I love the guy. I like what he does, but he is kind of odd.
Yeah. Old Mummy or Old Frankenstein. Have not seen them. I did read like Mary Shelley. I read the book Frankenstein. I like the Young Frankenstein.
Completely different kind of thing.
Igor. Old one. The Car. I don't know The Car. Like Christine. I know that movie, but I don't know The Car. Amityville Horror. Yes, that's classic. Scary. And it had Michael Landon in it.
The guy from the
Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, that guy?
I believe that is him.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Walk this way. No, this way. Jeff Goldblum's episode of Hot Ones was funny to watch. I don't watch that show, but I've heard it's really good. Have you heard about Hot Ones?
Yes.
Where they have to eat really hot chicken wings while they do an interview?
Yeah.
He took the tiniest nibbles off his vegan wings. Then was like, that counts, right? The Thing was very scary. And I think both of them are. There's a newer version to it. There's the classic one with Kurt Russell. But there's a newer version.
The Thing?
Remake, The Thing. That's the one where they're in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
Very scary. And I think what the scariest part about that movie is that even the person that was the Thing didn't know that they were the Thing. And I think that's what... So there was very minute ways of knowing what the Thing was. You remember that?
Now
like,
I remember.
Your earrings on the other side.
Yeah, so
they were just really subtle hints about who the Thing was.
Right. I was watching that the other day.
Yeah, it's scary. But I think it's not, for me, the Thing wasn't the visual as much as it was what you didn't see and the premise. Because like I said, even if you're the Thing, you don't know that you're the Thing.
It's true.
Yeah. When I want to be scared, I watch the news. No kidding.
Not
the,
real scary.
the original It, The Blob. Oh yes, the classic. The older one from the 50s. I remember The Blob.
Yep, I remember watching that on like Saturday nights or whatever when they'd play the
Oh, there's
like the Elvira kind of stuff.
there's a thing from the 50s too, a Red Scare silly from the 50s. No, Kurt Russell's the oldest one I've seen, but still scary. Kind of a Snake Plissken in the Arctic vibe to
You gotta love Kurt Russell.
he's the best. Poltergeist. We watched that one the other day, didn't
Yeah,
we?
yeah. I still can't get past Coach smoking pot. I don't know why.
It bothers you.
Yeah, well, just I know him as Coach from being a kid, and he's in there, and there's getting ready to be like a something really bad happen.
He's reading that Ronald Reagan book.
Weird.
They Live. Now, I did not see They Live. That's one I should see, but I just haven't. Yeah.
The weird things, I swear.
With Roddy Piper. They Live has Rowdy Piper in it.
He did a couple of movies, didn't he?
Oh, nice. That's the movie that his shot glasses were made from They Live. Nice. I didn't pick up on that. What other ones have we been watching? We've kind of been watching them in series too. We've watched
so many over the years. You kind of like some of them are like, I've seen it,
Mm-hmm.
but then you start like down these series. It's Insidious. There's
that's
so
right.
many
The
of those.
Insidious movies.
We went back through all of those, and then we
Mhm.
worked on The Conjuring.
Yeah,
We're still working on that because there's way more of those than I thought there would be.
we're almost through it. Halloween party though tonight. We're gonna carve
Halloween
pumpkins.
party. So yeah, that's the idea. It's like, what do you watch during your Halloween party? Faces of Death. No,
Oh God, I went to the drive-in and saw that. What a terrible movie.
that's not even scary. I mean, I guess in some aspects of it are scary.
Night Stalker, the old 70s monster. Never seen it. Slither. Ooh, I remember that one.
One that I was thinking about the other day
Yeah.
that is really scary is Sinister.
Ooh, that
It is really scary.
That is a scary one. Ethan Hawke is really good in that one. I like him anyway, but from Reality Bites, I'm a 90s kid, but Ethan Hawke's really good in that. That Black Phone is pretty good. I don't know if y'all seen
It
Black
wasn't bad.
Phone. It's a little, I wouldn't say obscure, but you gotta kind of watch for him. It's the same guy that did the Sinister movies. Pretty good. That's right. They Live is the movie where I came to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. Oh, Bill Brothers is leaving.
See you, Bill.
Bye, Bill. Thanks for coming. Jeepers Creepers. That was a scary one. You want what's really scary about Jeepers Creepers? The fact that that girl can't drive a stick. You have that cool car, and maybe the clutch is going out of it. I don't know, but my God, lady, get that thing in gear. That always drove me crazy. They Live. What did I say? Did I say? Oh. Yes. Jeepers Creepers, though, that's a scary one. I didn't see the second one. Well, yeah, we did. Well, I did anyway. The one where it had wings and it was okay. But the first one was scary. No. Almost nobody in the newest generation of drivers can drive a stick. I'm 45, and most of the people in my age group cannot drive a stick.
Yeah, when I started driving, that was already kind of a thing of the past.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something else. Now, my dad No, my stepbrother taught me how to drive a stick, but my dad insisted that I learn. Because what if there's an emergency and the only car that's available is a stick shift, and then you're going to have to drive to the hospital?
Then you would have been in Jeepers Creepers.
Then Jeepers Creepers. Best theft deterrent device you can get for your car is to buy a manual transmission. No kidding.
It's true. Nobody'd steal that thing.
Forget it. Don't know how to drive it. It's not so hard once you get the hang of it. It's like riding a bike, and you never forget. I think once you get the hang of driving a stick shift, you never forget. Hypermotive racing. Of course, you drive a 6-speed with a name like Hypermotive Racing. I will. Can't hardly find anything with a stick shift anymore
It's hard to.
with a manual transmission. But at least I can say I know how to do it. I'm not very good at it, mind you, but I can get us somewhere.
What am I looking for? A ground wire of some kind.
Yeah, Ricky says he used to have one and he drove it all the time, and now he has to deal with downtown Nashville traffic, and he don't want to mess with it. I don't blame you.
Traffic is a real pain
Yeah.
driving a stick shift.
Yeah. I learned on a stick, but years of Cali freeways taught me the joys of automatic transmissions. Amen to that. See, that's the thing, is that I think now manual transmission, that's a play car or a functionality, either for function or just for play.
In the United States, it seems to be the case. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in Europe, but I believe they are still fairly
Yeah.
common.
Jose just said that almost all the cars have manual transmissions.
Yeah.
Trucks were easy. Tried a Fiat and could not stop stalling it. My siblings and I all learned on a stick shift. I was in the back seat when my sister was driving my aunt's car with automatic transmission. You could see how well the car responds when the driver hits the brakes, or they're used to hitting the clutch.
I still do that on
They're used to
occasion.
hitting the clutch. Yeah.
When you jump in a car fast and you got to go someplace, you always put both feet up,
Yeah.
and just so happens sometimes it's the brake.
3 on the tree.
3 on the
I
tree.
was wondering who was going to bring it up. Sergio, you win the prize. Sergio started driving A3 speed on the column. 3 on the
3 on
tree.
the tree.
RS Makes had a Tacoma with a manual transmission. You just sold your Tacoma with a
Just
manual
sold-
transmission.
Just sold mine.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah.
So all of that is good. Oh yeah, I get sidetracked really easy. I need a shorter 5mm screw of some kind. Might have to dig into my spares.
As John O'Shaughnessy says, my mom had to special order a Ford station wagon with 3 on the tree.
Yeah, really dating yourself. Let's talk about Ford station wagons.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
No, we haven't started talking about food yet.
Not yet. We're not. Well, it is lunchtime, so we're getting
We're
ready.
getting
though.
there. We're getting there. We might as well kick it off. We're gonna go to a place called Conrad's, I think, tonight. Is that the plan? It's your turn to choose.
Gonna let people stalk me while I'm
Yep.
trying to eat some food.
Yeah.
I think so.
Conrad's is good. They serve like it's an ale house, so they got a bunch of beers on tap, and they got but they kind of upscale bar food, I would say. And they do run some pretty nice specials. They got that bratwurst, like a bangers and mash kind of special tonight. So I think you were looking at that one, right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Pizza time. Jose Ferreira's having pizza. I like little cars with sticks, MG or Mini Coopers. I like go-kart. You can drive on the road.
They're so much fun. My dad has a Mini Cooper,
Yeah.
and when he was in the service, he had an MGB.
What is an MGB?
It's a tiny, tiny little car.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh, I've seen those. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen them on TV, on movies. Yeah.
I need something angled.
Oh, we got to see it being built right here on the now closed Ford plant. What did you see? Sorry, I'm backtracking. Oh, the station wagon. Cool. MGB is awesome. Tom Llama approves.
You don't see many of those anymore.
Never had a quirky car. My mother had the new Jaguar when it came out, the new bodied ones, like in what, 2002 or 3, I don't remember, but the new
Somewhere in
body
there.
Jaguar when it came out. That's about as quirky as we got. And that's even my mother. I was never quirky. I had a Ford Escort. I had that Jeep Cherokee I really liked.
Sorry, honey, you're plenty quirky.
I had the 4Runner, which I love. Now Chris drives the 4Runner and I have a Highlander.
I don't get my own car anymore.
No. You don't go anywhere though.
That's beside the point.
Stephen Poole, hello. How are you? Welcome. We're talking about cars. Quirky cars. Anybody's interested? And we're watching Chris wire this.
I was gonna say, on a
And we're
side
watching
note,
Chris build
we're on a
this
3D
Voron.
printing stream.
Yes.
We have grounded. Where does it want to go?
Those little Coopers or Mini Coopers are cute, but I just don't want to drive something so small. They're hard to get in and out of. I'm old now, and I want something easy to get in and out of and comfortable. I would say even the Highlander is easier to get in and out of than the 4Runner as far as
It's a little shorter.
it is. It's a little lower to the ground, easier. I like it. Real happy with it. Not very exciting though.
Just no character.
Not really. Just plain old. I mean, they look like every other midsize
Yep.
SUV. They're really not. I mean, there's a billion of them at the gym, and they're all, I mean, like Buicks and now I can't think of a single car name, but no, that's not really the point. They're all the same. Midsize SUV. That's me. But I like it. I'm seriously looking at a Japanese mini truck. Oh, we have seen the 4-wheel drive, like 60 miles per the gallon. Tiny but all-terrain awesomeness. We did see the $2,000 Chinese
I
pickup
think that's a
truck.
hoax.
You think so?
I mean, we've seen the videos and everything,
the midget.
but the ones
Yep.
that come in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw a little video on that. Now I don't think
Still
that's what
not-
I don't think that's what Tom's talking about.
No, he's talking about an actual
Mini
truck. Yeah, I would love to have one of those if I could import it.
Every car I owned that had V8 just got 2005 Mercedes. Had a V8. I just got a 2005 Mercedes E500, and it looks like it came out of the showroom garage kept by an older couple. Only 91,000 miles on it. Nice. Isn't that nice? Expedition. 2017 dual DVD players. Yeah.
Is that what it says?
That's for road tripping. Mama wanted, so Mama got. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. That's how I ended up with a Highlander. So it's not the same one. Tom says it's not the same one, but it's close. Yeah. How you getting in and out of that thing? Aren't you kind of a big guy, Tom? I mean, like you're tall, aren't you?
Tom Llama?
Yeah. Is he tall?
I don't know how tall Tom is, but a little shorter than I am.
Yeah. That's nice though. Sweet Mercedes. I do like a Mercedes. You're a BMW man though. You like the.
I do like BMWs. I could never
Yeah.
afford one, but I do enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. Not really a car person. 5'9". Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're not short by any means, but you're not extraordinarily tall either. So.
Ugh.
Uh, you seem taller in your videos.
That's what I've never heard.
Affording the upkeep on a BMW is a problem. Oh my gosh, yeah. So
I
I had
couldn't
a
even
girlfriend that had a BMW, and every time she wanted to get the oil change, she had to take it all the way down to Aristocrat Motors, which was 40 minutes south of here. It's a real pain. At least with the Highlanders, you can change. Chris can change the oil. It's not quite so hard.
Says the person that doesn't.
Tom says maybe he's fatter. No. I don't know. Yeah, BMW it's a fantasy car, but I don't know that I would ever have one either. Nah. Not really. Like I said, I'm just not really a car person.
Not unless I had like tons of money.
I don't get into them. Yeah. Good lease vehicles. Get rid of them after 3 or 4 years. I would agree with you on that. And my cousin leases all of his cars, and what he says is, I mean, and if you don't mind having a car payment, then I think leasing is the way to go. They said they get a little better car. It's a little bit more bang for your buck, but you're always going to have a payment, always. So you never, you know.
This is the light.
Sergio says no. I don't. Did I ask a question? I don't remember if I asked a question or not. I'm just. But, well, some people like to lease though. Whatever. And some people too, like the second they pay off their car, they're ready for a new one. And my mother's that way. About every 5-6 years, she starts getting antsy in her pantsy and wants to buy a new car. I mean, and that's your prerogative, of course, but I don't know. Leasing is a waste of money. You finance it and get nothing. That's true. Buy it and sell it.
Cars are a waste.
Fair
of money.
enough. Kenny's argument, though, for the leasing was that more car for the same amount of payment. And if you don't mind having a payment, then so you get a little better car. Now they got that Kia with that's that cement gray. Have you guys seen that? Kind of a flat gray color. Not sure how I feel about it. Hopefully he's not on the stream. I don't think he's here. But sometimes he pops in. But
2 RPi. Now they're assuming that this RPi has lugs on it, which this one does not. But I think there's another bed SSR. This is the one I'm actually looking for.
Does leasing over owning really matter if the car loses half of its value in 4 years?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Sounds like a math problem.
Yeah.
What are they telling me?
I think, wasn't the Forerunner a formerly leased vehicle? Or not
Probably.
Forerunner. I think I bought a formerly leased Highlander. It had 10,000 miles on it when I got it. And it was a 22 when we bought it last February. So I think it was a lease vehicle. I need coffee and munchies. I don't have any munchies in the house. You better go get something. Oh, about being tall. Yes. Sergio. Yeah, Tom's not tall. No snacks. It's the weekend, Tom. Gotta snack up. You gotta go to the store and get snacks.
What am I looking at here? They've got the inputs bridged on this thing.
Last car was 5 years old and had 70,000 miles on it. I had it for 11 years, and the unibody started sagging. Paid cash, paid $6,000 for it. Oh, he's trying to lose weight. Good luck, Tom. Snacking is the worst then. When you're trying to lose weight, you want snacks. It's hard. Have a mint. Chew some gum.
All great advice.
Yeah, sorry. I got nothing. There you go. Buy used and do the work yourself. You used to do that. You used to buy cars at auction, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Fix them and sell them.
It's about the only way you can. If you're poor, that's about the only thing you can do.
Well,
Cars are so expensive, and they're
they are now.
a giant waste of money.
Good Lord. That's right. They're a bad investment. I'd always heard that.
Horrible investment.
Well, I hadn't always heard that. I heard that when I married you. I heard the cars were a bad investment.
Yeah, it's not a wise money move, but a necessary evil
Yes.
in certain parts of the country.
Yes. Especially here in the Midwest when there's no good public transportation.
XY stuff.
He doesn't trust shop. Chris fixes most of our cars. But if he can fix it, and most of the time though, because with the Toyota, I'm trying to get this out of the frame. There we go. Most of the time with Toyota, it's a fairly easy fix. What'd you fix on that 4Runner that was recent?
Really, most of the time Toyotas they don't give you too many problems. So if you get one that doesn't rust, blower motor really is about the biggest repair that I've done in a long time.
Well, what'd you just fix on something with the power steering?
Oh yeah, there was a pinhole in one of the power steering lines, and I swapped that out.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
But it's nice. Oh, need to go to the store. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's football game. Who's your team? Sergio. We play at 3:25 Central Time. So 4:25 your time. Who are we playing tomorrow? Who the Chiefs playing?
I don't know. I have
Playing
things to do. Can't just sit
the
around.
Broncos. Ooh, we're playing the Broncos. We don't really have it out for the Broncos anymore. We used to have a big rivalry with the Broncos.
XY. Cool. We're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the most straightforward wiring process. They use a lot of breakout boards and things.
Sergio, what kind of snacks do you like for football? If you're still there, he may need to go. He said he had to go to the store, so he may be gone.
Oh, those are for the bed. Aha!
But you do
Gotcha.
save a lot of money by working on cars yourself. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Although it's like one of the worst jobs known to men. Like if you're doing it for yourself, laying out in a driveway trying to fix something, not the best time in the whole world, in my opinion. Oh, cable chains.
Yeah. Well, if we can get through this stream with the microphone, then it should be
Is it still crackling?
a little. A little bit.
I really don't want to pay for another one of these. I know that sounds like I'm a real cheapskate, but I am.
Well, it's you know. Is there a link or a list where I can find on the upgrading the MK3 to MK3 Plus?
3 to plus. Those have always been really tricky to find the list. I think, well, 3S to plus. I don't know. I don't know if there's a guide for that or not, because I think plus was just like a maintenance upgrade. I don't think there was a whole lot to it. You got like Y bearing straps, a couple, like maybe the part fan got changed up. I don't think there was a ton there, but I can look around and see if I can find one.
Sergio says the Toyota 2.4 engine is the worst, and Washington is his team. All right. And Tom Llama does not like to rebuild cars, and his knuckles won't have it. So, fair enough.
I hear that. CFN Z stop is what I'm looking for. I believe that goes right there. And then these. So
I'm waiting for the day that self-driving cars are a thing and I don't ever have to drive again. Sushi is number one. Chips and salsa or guacamole. Ooh, yeah.
sushi for what?
Sushi for football snacks.
Sushi for football sticks?
Well, I mean they're bite-sized, clean tasting, refreshing. I could see that.
All right.
And I really like we had it in Mexico and
Ceviche?
ceviche. That's the one I really like.
It's good.
Yeah, I like ceviche. Not necessarily for football snacks. I mean, I don't know if somebody wants to make it, I'll certainly eat it. But what do we do for? You and me don't do anything.
I don't football snack.
Wings. I do like sushi. I like anything that you can cruise by and just sort of snack on. You can just pick it up and eat one at a time. I'm a grazer. I'm not a little plate kind of person. I just go by and peruse the line and eat off of it like a savage. Like a child. Wheat thins and Triscuits with cream cheese. Ooh, a slice of pepperoni. That's a good idea. I like that. Very nice. Topsies. Topsies popcorn. Popcorn's always a good one. The what is that? East Coast Provisions does pretzels. Those are really good with everything seasoning on them. We like that. I like the now we're into the snacks. Have you ever done like cream cheese with like little salad shrimps on them, shrimp cocktail and salad shrimps on them? Those are good. Yeah, I like pretzels. Tom, we're on a diet. We're not supposed to be talking about carbs. Yeah, we like the pretzels. And I like nacho cheese and ground mustard on them at the same time. It's good.
And even if there's a communal bowl of each, she doesn't hesitate at dipping in the ground mustard and then dipping into the cheese, and she contaminates the bowl of cheese.
I do. I'm that guy.
So everybody has to like it now.
I'm that guy that contaminate. I do it at the Mexican restaurant too. If we get queso and salsa, I do it at the Mexican restaurant too. Although at the Mexican restaurant, we get our own individual little bowls of salsa. So I don't contaminate your bowl.
Some people.
I only contaminate mine. I do like ceviche. Sergio, it is so good. Now it gave me a bad. It made me sick when I was in Mexico, but I don't think it was anything that they did. But we had ceviche and it did not set well with me. I did not. It was bad. But
I had it and it was fine.
Chris had it and it was good, so I say that's on me. But it was really tasty. And it's so fresh, you know what I mean? Especially in the summer when it's nice outside and you just want a little something not so heavy. I like ceviche. That's a nice afternoon around 2:30, 3 o'clock snack, and then dinner at 6 or 7. Nice hearty snack. Ceviche.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to learn how to make it.
Mm.
We did carne asada last night, and that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it was packet carne asada mix. We're not very good.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
You mean I'm not eating completely homemade things
Scratch.
at all times?
Scratch food items.
You said that took hours.
Sorry.
Wiring. There should be a song you have to sing while you're wiring things.
Tomorrow night we're making pot roast in the crock pot.
Pot roast.
Pot roast. That'll be good.
Want
Annie Ann's. Yeah, that's a pretty good place. I like that one.
Where's this go? Now this thing's got...
For football, I'm a big fan of dips. I like the dips for football. It's kind of, see. I think it's just down to Tom Llama and Sergio on the chat. Everybody's pretty quiet. I guess not football fans.
we're doing-
We should talk about something else.
Doing 47 viewers right
Switch
now.
guards.
so-
Well, and nobody's chatting. Andrew Rogers wants to know if we're there yet. It's been a while though since he's made that comment. Are we there yet?
Yeah, no. I got kind of some of the wiring going here. Hot end thermistor, I can do that one. I don't see, there's so many inputs on these octopus boards.
War Eagle. Jared V says War Eagle.
War
Ah.
Eagle.
Don't care about football and foosball, and it's hard to type and sew. Well, then you better sew. Just sew and listen. And if you have something to say, get in there. But here's one, Chris. What's your take on a new printer, Elegoo?
Mm-hmm.
Unveiled that giant one.
Yeah. Have we found out how much it's going to cost yet? Because, I mean, if that thing's like less than $5,000, it's going to be interesting. I personally don't have any need for something like that. I believe it's like 800, 1,000. I mean, it's like big guy. I really haven't seen that many details. I don't know if there's a whole lot of details about it yet, but what I have seen, they've made some interesting decisions about trying to make it economical, I guess. And the one thing that I have noticed, I guess they have some sort, I don't know much about Elegoo. I've had, one of their really low cost printers before, but they kind of started in resin, so I've never really followed them much. Nothing against them, I just don't, I'm not into it. They have some printer that has like a 420 bed on it or something. And they've taken 4 of those sheets and made the 800 area out of them. So there would be a crease on this giant area. And they only say that they can get it up to 90C. Which, I mean, if you had to power 4 of those, that's a lot of juice. I don't know. I'm interested to see how they're going to get around this and what the price point is. It's massive, though. That's for sure.
All right.
I did see a picture of the forehead one. Yeah, and you're right. It looks like it's all on the same belt or something. So that it's like for replicating. I don't know. You could print an entire baby on that thing. Yeah, it's massive.
Somebody's working on the car. Passively listening while working on the car. There you go. That's what's nice about these streams. You can just listen. You don't have to watch.
I just appreciate
Good
anybody
listen.
coming to hang out at this point. 'Cause
Yeah, just
we've been doing this for way too long.
I know it. Do this.
Bad thermistor. That's what I'm looking for.
At what point are we starting to talk about 220 volt power requirements?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, what are we going to get into 3-phase here at some point? I mean,
You have room in the basement for one.
I could make some room, I
Clearance.
guess.
Yeah.
We could.
Honda powered 3D printer.
We'll replace the oven with it. We'll just cook things on that bed.
Oh, that sounds great.
Ground.
Eating dinner. William is eating dinner. What are you eating? What are you eating, William?
I don't think it's a secret.
While you're trying to eat your dinner. We're going to pester you.
What is this to? It's like make your own plug. I have to look at one of the other boards. I think I got wires for multiple different kinds of kits.
Already pushing the limits on 15A circuits. What?
Yeah. 15 amps is that's the regular circuit in most houses.
Ah,
So we're already kind of getting to that limit with a lot of these setups. So yeah, we're gonna have to something that large is gonna require a lot of juice.
Yeah.
What else can we do?
I guess that's what Tom Lama was saying. Is it Honda powered? Does it have a power bank with it? I thought I read something about a power bank with this giant printer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, there's
Imagining.
a hot end and chamber thermistor. That's what that wire's for. Chamber thermistor. Hot end, they got it. It's the second one.
What would you have to get rid of to get a giant printer like that in here? Talking about that big one, right? That we saw there at...
No, this one's
Oh.
like, they didn't have one there. This one's like probably like the size of the washer and dryer. Like that whole thing, it's about that size.
Oh, that tall too?
Yep.
Oh, well.
If it was on wheels,
There you go. You
probably
just
wouldn't
roll
print
it
very
around
well
the basement so
if
you
it
can make
wasn't on
room
wheels,
for it.
but
You still have the Folgertech FT6, don't
yeah,
you?
it's over there. I mean, it's probably around the same footprint as that. So if I got rid of that, I guess we could do it.
Tesla Powerwall 3D printer.
Yeah, that thing you put in your garage to charge your Tesla. That's pretty much what you're getting ready to need.
Yeah.
Chamber thermistor. I was remarking on the number of Teslas at the grocery store the other day. I'm just, no pun intended, I'm kind of shocked. At the number of Teslas that there are at those charging stations in any one
At the
time.
grocery store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're always all full. Are there that many Tesla owners out there? I guess there are. I mean, there is. I've seen it.
There's plenty.
But I don't. One, as my wife has mentioned, I don't go anywhere. So I don't understand traveling, period. But I guess I don't fully understand the attraction to the Tesla.
Oh, I think it's just trendy. I
mean, maybe, but I think there's also that
no
group
emissions.
of people. Yeah, that group of people that think that have a legitimate reason. You know, like this is why I'm going Tesla. But I just don't. You know, I've never done any research or anything like that. So.
I'm about to put dual mini Sherpas on my FT6.
What?
Am I saying that right? Sherpas? William's having nachos for dinner. Good to know,
Nachos.
William.
We had nachos on Tuesday.
We did nachos on Tuesday. I do have to give props, though. You guys helped me learn Marlin on my Tronixy X5SA upgrade to Big Tree Tech SKR Pro V1.2.
Awesome.
But the Core XY part, I'm in trouble. I don't know.
Core XY part.
I don't know. Just that's it.
Where'd much coffee go? Ooh, SLS.
Why is the Tesla factory parking lot not filled with Teslas?
Dun dun dun.
I don't know. They're all at the Hy-V lot
They're all at high V.
recharging.
Pretty sure.
Dual 1M long Bowdens are taking their toll on print quality.
Yeah. Yep. I could see that. Okay. What time is it?
12:30.
Really, a lot of this is just buttoning stuff up. What I mean, like trying to get like an aspect ratio here. What do we actually have left to do? Um, I mean, the wiring is good. Like putting the wiring in the cable chains and all that. That takes forever for me. The skirt's got to go on. Got to tension the belts. I mean, I don't even really need a screen. I'm just looking at like what would it take to actually get it up and running. Um, this is for the accelerometer. But I mean, there would be so much just in firmware tuning before we could do much of anything. And a lot of it is going to be wire management. And that's not really indicative to streaming fun like today.
Well, somebody says technically a lot of emissions on the Tesla because of the production. Fair enough.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday. I don't know any numbers, and I am no scientist when it comes to these things. But you have to think about what's it take to charge one. In Missouri, we burn like a really high percentage of all our power is generated by coal. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of juice those things use or anything like that. I have no numbers, but I am curious what those numbers are.
Yeah, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Well,
Like
maybe. I don't know that for sure, but maybe you are. But those are all the questions. I'm a curious person. So those are all the
Sergio's
questions.
friend has a Tesla, and I took him for a ride, and he floored it, and I guess it made him feel like a spaceship taking off. I guess they're fast.
Electric cars got some serious grunt on the low end. And I guess it's real impressive. Which is also cool.
Yeah.
But
that's what I've heard too. 70% coal. Our electricity in Missouri is 70% coal.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that there's no point in doing anything,
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm kind of with you on that. If you're not going to be responsible, I mean,
I'm curious where the tipping point is.
absolutely. Still easier to clean emissions from a single source compared to 1 million tailpipes. Also true.
That's true.
Well,
True.
better for the environment.
And those are all the things, all of the viewpoints that you don't get from, your own station.
That's true.
What am I looking for? Where are the screws to put the terminal strips together? Because they would be a different thread, I'm guessing. Maybe they're in my extras box. That's what I've been looking for. Hmm. Well,
What are you looking for?
it's just some screws for these terminal strips. Nothing fantastic.
Mm.
What's everybody else doing with their weekend? Besides watching this stream. It is kind of Halloween weekend, so if you're going to do something Halloweener, you better do it now.
They're talking about emissions. Yes, in Ohio, Ashtabula, Ohio, before they converted to gas, they had scrubbers installed in the towers, mostly vapor, if at all, coming out of that. Well, that's good, unless they do something. What do we got? I may be going to a holiday mart tomorrow, which is like a shopping expo.
So I might be broke.
Checking that out. All the torque up front, as somebody says about
That's right.
So shopping for me, I think. I don't know though. Weather's gonna be kind of crummy. I don't know if I want to drive downtown for all that. See what my friend wants to do.
Oh, is it downtown?
It's at the Sheridan.
Oh.
I mean, I don't mind driving down there. It's warm. I mean, the ground's still warm. I don't think the roads are going to be bad. It's just to be a matter of getting out in the rain and the
I was gonna say when you gotta walk 5 miles.
the gunk. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. You know, there's another one coming up in the middle of November, so maybe do that one instead.
There's probably never a shortage of holiday spending frenzies.
Over the next 2 months, not at all.
No.
All you want. But they have a lot of I mean, you know, they got a lot of interesting stuff there. A lot of boutique type. You know, that's where I found your pork rinds that I got you that year for Christmas. The
they were
microwave
tasty.
pork rinds and.
You should be like a true Missourian and do all your shopping at the gun show.
Oh yeah. Well, we just missed that one.
The gun show, if you've ever been to a gun show, they have some really interesting things there.
Apple cinnamon Cheerios. That sounds good.
Those are really good.
There you go. Snack attack. That'll be all right. Yeah, we just missed the gun show, honey.
I went to one of those when I was a little kid.
I've never been.
It's interesting. It's an interesting experience.
Just wait. New emissions tech coming out next year on GPF gasoline particulate filters like DPF.
I found them.
Good. We'll see. Left and right biceps are the only gun show I need. Yeah.
Remember, I don't make a habit of making fun of anybody, and I really wasn't making fun of this guy. It was honestly the first thing that came to my mind. But there was some guy that was like in the way. He was like just walking directly in front of the car when we were at a store or something, and he didn't have any sleeves on his shirt, and he was walking around like this. And when we passed him, I was like, "Sun's out, guns out." Am I right, buddy?
That was pretty
And
funny.
of course he mean mugged me. Yeah, I was just kidding. You know, I wasn't being nasty.
Guns out. Yeah.
But
that was funny.
That's the first thing I think of is that instance when somebody says, "Welcome to the gun show." That guy.
Well, I don't. Yeah, and I
Hopefully-
think too. You probably just surprised him.
Hopefully he took it well. I don't
think
know, but
maybe in retrospect, you know, your first instinct is to be upset and to be offended, and then, but when you know what I mean, like, or just be on guard for
Yeah.
somebody giving you a hard time.
yeah.
That would be my guess.
I wasn't trying to hassle him.
You
It's
just surprised him. That's all. So your instinct is to be
Yeah.
ready to.
He was slightly in the way, but
But
you know.
it's not a big deal. But yeah, after that, you can kind of laugh about it.
That was pretty funny though.
Oh, some counties around Sergio have made gasoline-powered lawnmowers illegal, and more counties are adopting the law. Not here in Missouri, Sergio.
In Missouri.
Got my gas mower.
Yeah, I could see that though.
Yeah, Chris can get away with talking to people that way because you're a big guy.
I don't like to think that's the reason. It probably is the reason, but honestly, I'm a fun-loving guy. I wouldn't hurt anybody.
Nah, you're a pretty good guy. You don't mean. And if the guy really wanted to get upset,
I would
about
apologize
it,
to
you would have
him.
backed
I-
off.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
nobody
I'm not
really
too
wants.
scared to apologize when I've
Yeah.
hurt someone's feelings.
Nobody wants to get into a fight here. I was just
Ab-
fooling around.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
I was just
Yeah,
it was kind of a funny moment.
it was. I thought it was hilarious. But he probably laughed about it later.
Hopefully so.
Oh, he did. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that kind of stinks. I like my Honda gas mower. I don't know though. I think the neighbor has has an electric mower.
If we have to go electric, though, we're definitely gonna look at the self-mowing things because
Oh,
those things are
yeah.
fascinating.
The mower Roku. Somebody up the street has one.
I'm telling you, if that's the way it's gonna go, I would love to see one of those little self. I would watch that thing all day.
That'd be pretty neat.
Wouldn't get anything else done.
Yeah. Now I do have a electric weed eater. But it's the one with the giant extension cord on it. I like that one. It only because that 2 cycles too hard to start.
Those the battery powered stuff's getting so good. We might ought to take another look at one of those.
Oh, we probably will. I mean, you know, we've gotten our. They're so cheap.
Yeah, they're still like only like $25, $30 or something.
The cat will have fun riding the Roku lawnmower. We have plenty of feral cats. I'm sure they would. I don't know though. It might run off our little squirrel friends. If
Oh
we
yeah,
have
that's
a Roku.
that's true.
You need a robo leaf raker.
You were showing me today the robot ghost. That was awesome.
That was hilarious. Isn't that cute? I can't go electric mower. Cutting 3 acres takes long enough without having to
Oh,
break
my
it. Yeah,
Lord.
no, you need gas. I mean, and you need a riding mower as well. Sergio, are riding mowers then? Are those illegal? They have electric riding mowers?
I would guess they do.
Battery is quiet. That's true. I have seen that. The lawnmower, Roku lawnmower down the street doesn't make a sound. Yeah, 90% electric lawn care. No, and it's a lot better. No gas, no plugs, no tunes. It's a pull start. No pull start.
Ugh, yeah, full start.
Yeah, it'll probably be the next one. Cub Cadet. He's got a Cub Cadet 46-inch deck. Nice. About 3 hours a week. A week? I guess in Oh. Yeah, I guess in Nashville you probably do. It rains a lot there.
Where? Oh, Ricky. Yeah.
Yeah. He went from 3 large yards to just a postage stamp of a yard. That's what I'm talking about. Mike has a cordless lawnmower, and he's lucky he has a small yard. They do make electric ride-on mowers.
And he hasn't ran over the cord yet. So that's like the first thing I'd do.
What, the cordless? What?
If I had a corded lawnmower. Oh, he's got a cordless lawnmower.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember seeing somebody run over the cord on a mower once. It was awesome.
I've seen them on the movies, but I've never actually seen anybody with a plug-in lawnmower. Ricky wanted a 0 turn, but it's not worth having. They're expensive. Yeah. I've seen them. They're nice, but that's an investment. YTX 4000 riding lawnmower. I don't know that one.
Now we're getting into everybody's mowers.
Tom Llama has an electric lawnmower. It's outlasted like 3 of his gas mowers. He bought it in 2009. Still runs good. Batteries are starting to get a little tired. Yeah. When the battery dies, he stops moving. Fair enough. That's break time. Hello, John Strand. Arky Sparky.
VHB.
Brian Birmingham says Arky Sparky.
Mm.
Oh, all gasoline-powered tools are banned. I'm guessing, though, that they just means that they don't sell them. It's not like they're coming to your house and checking to make sure that your mower isn't
Oh no.
run on gas. Of course, your neighbors may
They're gonna
turn you in.
show up.
Yeah. You have mower envy, Ricky? My neighbor has a 0 turn 60-inch deck, and he cuts his yard in like an hour.
You keep cutting
I
this yard in
don't
5 minutes on
mind.
one of
It
those.
takes me about 45. If I move, about 45 minutes to push mow our yard. But if I'm, if I take my time and take a little water break and putter around in the yard, an hour and a half. If I run the weed eater, then it takes me about an hour or so. It's not too bad. We don't have a huge yard. But I don't mind. I don't mind being outside, and I put on my music, and I just do my thing. It really doesn't bother me. Put a tank top on and work on my tan. Had an electric snowblower and burnt the board on it. I have a 120 volt corded one now. It works a lot better. There you go. Snowblower around here. I mean, you can, but meh.
You buy a snowblower, it'll never snow again.
Riding lawnmower is only expensive if your time isn't expensive. Fair enough. And there you have it. Gas leaf blowers are annoying this time of year. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of those.
Electric mower is lighter and easier to push. We'll see when my Honda dies. May look into something else.
It'll never die.
I love that Honda. Oh, Ricky's got all battery powered stuff. He ran over the dog lead. He was sitting in the grass. Whoops.
Yeah.
That might get tied up in your mower.
I knew an old guy. Yeah, I don't even remember where he was from now, but he accidentally ran over a section of barbed wire.
Ooh.
And it was like a really long section. And it almost killed him.
Yeah, that's awful.
But it grabbed it and hit him across the back. It was really, I saw him after the fact, and he looked like he'd been beat to death. But I'm glad he was still alive. But whew, that could have been so much worse.
Yeah. Tom, where are you? Just have to get up multiple times at night to keep up with the snow sometimes. Wow, where are you?
He's in Connecticut.
Oh, you guys get some snow up there. We don't, I mean, we do, but the whole city shuts down.
Not like that.
You know what I mean? And
they get
snow
30
comes,
foot
we
at a
don't
time.
get like that. Yeah, when we get snow, we get, what'd we get? I mean, 16, 18 inches.
A foot is a ton for us.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow. And even then, it's sort of that dry, wispy snow a lot of times. Like this time of year and in the spring, we'll get the big, wet, heavy snow. But most of the time, it's that real dry, kind of wispy blow around snow. Very rarely does it snow.
Oh, Tom Taylor. He's in Northeast Ohio. I thought we were talking about Tom Law. Tom Law is in Connecticut.
There we go. Yeah, we just don't get that kind of snow here. But it's real pretty. Real pretty when I don't have to go anywhere. Solar powered is becoming more of a thing. Solar powered mowers.
No.
It is easier when somebody TL he said he bought a electric mower and now his son mows it for him. So there you go. Northeast Ohio. Yeah, I bet you get plenty of snow there. Little electric snow blower, maybe twice a year. Mike Fancy. Yeah. Tom Llama gets snow, but it melts pretty quick. It keeps it warm. Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to keep things, you like keeping things tidy, if you got to get in and out of your house, then you need to keep your driveway and stuff shoveled and cleaned off. So I don't know, it's just so mild here in Missouri. We don't really get, I mean, we get it, but
Yeah, not enough to really cause any problems. Usually.
nah.
Surprise you once in a while.
Well, we get plenty of notice. You go to the store, you get out for Snowmageddon, you get all your stuff, and then you hunker down and you give it a day. I mean, the snow plows and the street maintenance is real good around here. So if you can just stay in for the day, the next day you can almost always get out. Amazon won't deliver if you. Oh, okay. If you don't keep the snow cleared, then Amazon won't deliver. Well, that's fair.
Follow all the other lemmings to the grocery store for milk and bread for some odd reason.
Yeah. About one a year. We're good for one fairly big snowstorm a year. It's the freezing rain that I do not want.
Yeah, it's when everything turns into an ice rink
Yeah.
at 8 p.m. and you weren't expecting it.
Sergio says, I installed 2 AC systems for the new all-electric county bus depot, solar-powered, with 3 huge natural gas backup generators for charging the buses.
Wow.
Sean O'Shaughnessy's in Minnesota. He says he probably ought to make sure his snowblower's working. Now we're comparing. Like Mike is in Canada and Buffalo. Buffalo, totally different weather. Even just being an hour away from each other. That's something, huh? Yeah, so that's what Mom gets down in Northwest Arkansas, which is south of here. Gets freezing rain.
Yep.
No, thank you.
All right.
Well, I have done my best to make a huge mess of wires underneath here. Even though all of the LDO kits have very nice wire looms, I still ended up being the master of disaster there.
That's kind of your thing.
It's kind of my thing. It's what I do. But a lot of it is done. I would say like 90% of it's done.
John says when it gets down to 40 in Florida, I think about moving south. Ha ha.
All right, now what? Lunchtime?
If you're ready. You feel like you're at a good spot here?
I don't think we're ever going to get it done, so yeah.
Alrighty.
So basically, you could do a whole lot of wire management at this point, which I'll do some. Not going to get carried away with it. Everything is wired. We need to put the skirts on, but the skirts I probably won't put on until we've figured it out. I think we could probably do a whole stream on just what we're going to do about the firmware. They give you a pretty good starter config for this machine. I don't know exactly what board that's configured with. I'm sure I can find one for Octopus really easy. So we might start there. But I can see at least a couple of hours troubleshooting and getting everything set up on the firmware side after this. So we still got a lot of work to do. What kind of hot end? It is the Revo Voron hot end. That's right, just tuck it underneath.
What kind of hot end will you? Oh, yeah, you already said that.
I'll just grab it all and wrap some tape around it. Done.
Tom keeps 3 weeks of food on hand. We wouldn't make. I don't have the freezer space. John's here. 75 keg 75 is here.
Yeah.
John's here just in time. I guess we're gonna wrap it up though, right? Yeah.
I got nothing else. We did some wiring. We made some progress.
We did some wiring. Now, how much longer do you think you have on this?
I would see 3 or 4 hours by the time. Before we're ready to print, just in all of the firmware stuff that we have to do. I mean, even if we didn't do cable chains and all of that, to first print, we still got 3 or 4 more hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll probably have to do some of that ahead of time, just so we can actually get through this.
Yeah.
Maybe the next stream, we can like get close to a print and kick a print off and watch it while I clean some of this other stuff up. But basically, we're just in hangout mode at this point.
Yeah. Well.
Bob Carnes is here right at the ending.
Yeah.
I believe Steve has been on for a little while now too, so he's got a stream going. So everybody that's over here can go over there.
Alrighty. Yeah. So I guess we'll just see you in a couple of weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Back to
What are we doing? This is the end of November, so it'll be second week in November. No Shave November. Gotta start growing your beard.
Yeah. Next, so the 11th is, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, so it might not be until the one after that.
So maybe the 18th. If you feel like you are beautiful
If
enough.
if my beard has
if
come
your
in
beard comes in.
as much as I would like it to.
That's right. We'll have to see how well it grows.
Yeah. All right. So thanks to everybody that comes and hangs out with us. That's the whole point of these things, and we appreciate it. Extra special thanks to the chat, to the tips that we get, and all of the memberships that were bought for other people. We grow every time. People bought 10, and these Steve did, Fabrigo did. I know Derek bought us some, so appreciate all of that. We're gonna go have some lunch. You go find some food. And we'll see you here in a couple of weeks. And we're going to print on this eventually, I swear. It will print someday. We'll get to it. But that's it for now.
Yeah.
We'll see you all later.
Thank you. Goodbye.